Trying to recreate the Jewish space laser program.
This is why I want 2 cameras there, so we can kind of like have one directly on the map when we get to it.
That'd be cool. This map should freaking memorize all these currencies. No, you guys would memorize it too, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
You guys would help me out, right?
Sure.
Probably gonna be terrible at this.
Such positivity from the man in the red and orange.
Hey, stop turning your head. That's rude.
See if I can figure out if it's actually catching our sounds.
Okay.
Yep, sure is.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay, so I need more lasers.
More lasers.
Oh, yes. There's always more lasers.
There's always a need for more lasers.
Sometimes you give it the shocks.
I have so many concerns.
Then you have shocks with freaking lasers.
So glad you put up the lights for me. It's great background.
I didn't know they would be used.
Lies! I warned you.
I thought the camera would face this way.
I did too. We'll have to figure out something. It's also possible we still need to want to raise it up somehow.
Yeah.
I probably have boxes at home I can do that with. If so, I'll probably bring them and leave them.
I forgot about Astoria.
Astoria?
Yeah.
Astoria? Alright. I think this is good.
What do they use? Oh, what do they use? The lira. Lira.
Oh, hold on.
How many European countries use that? And I know it because of the crossword puzzles. That
You're not lying, right?
Yes, we are.
You are now?
Yes. Why?
I gotta show you this.
It shouldn't be too long, so it should be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with sound bites from this dude.
That's right.
Okay, I gotta go find this dude and we're gonna buy some arrows from him.
Okay.
Alright.
So he's in the car playing this, and he tells me that my driving is like being in a video game. I was like, so you're in a video game playing a video game?
Look, we are meta. There is this guy, I found him. We found him.
I don't remember who.
Alright, here we go.
He is such a happy fellow. Oh my goodness. What if we put it up on the bar?
Oh, that would be good.
Do you mind if I move things around?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna stop buying stuff around you.
Oh my gosh.
It's a walking soundbite.
That'll give us some height.
Man, this is just too much. Do we need to ask that again? What's one thing you love about RPGs? I mean, I don't know. Do you guys want to go through that again if we can?
I don't know.
As a player, what's one strength you bring to the
I like the clickety clack dice.
Bingo! So I'm gonna do a quick intro now to let people know who we are.
Oh, the line for it?
Yes, it has been for a little bit.
Oh, shit.
See, if you don't know, you don't worry.
Yeah.
I like the clickety
Hi, I'm Shadow, kind of the person in charge of the electric streaming stuff.
Woohoo.
Yeah, have fun with that. Anyhow, this is everyone else. Hey guys, introduce yourself.
Hi.
We have Matt and we have our special DM, who is Freddy.
So guys, my name's Freddy. I'm the DM. Is anyone watching?
No,
No?
but it will be there whenever I put it up on YouTube because it will
Oh.
stay on YouTube.
Okay. Cool.
And,
Just want to remind anyone who does choose to click in, we are not professionals. We are nerds doing nerd shit. So if that's not your thing, that's fine, but don't yell at us.
I'm a professional amateur DM. That counts for something.
I'm a professional smartass. Needs to be a professional judge, but I don't think any of that matters.
Resume.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's kind of us every day though. So we haven't really started, we're just kind of figuring out with our session 0 what we're going to do and what we want to play. We should have another player joining us, maybe.
Hopefully.
We'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yes.
Oh, apparently my heart rate changed.
It's because now we're
Too
live.
fast, eh?
Yeah, I stood up and turned around too fast.
Okay. I don't want to make this too long.
I don't care if it's boring, we're not doing this to make money. Eventually, if we do make money, that'd be cool, but that is not our goal. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Gifts.
Freddy tried to ask me at the last minute if I still had the player sheets, and I was like,
Thanks.
hey, at least you did it before I left the house.
I have a paper character sheet. Oh my gosh.
And I have the PDF, so we can either share it out and you can update your own, or I can do the updates for you.
I wonder if this means it's time for me to order the world's greatest mechanical pencil.
I need to see this.
Okay. So I found out about the world's greatest mechanical
So how
pencil.
did you in?
Oh, yeah. This is what Matt does.
So I found the world's greatest mechanical pencil. It's hold on.
What? It should be A, B, or C.
Is it this? No, that isn't it.
Did you not remember how to do multiple choice questions?
Now that I'm that.
So there's 4 pages for each of the player sheets, and I've even got them sorted out, so it's just the next 4 pages when someone else comes along.
Oh, thank you.
And then you can also look through it as we're building shit out.
That's right. Okay. So it's the world's greatest mechanical pencil. It's called Kuru Drive. And
Non-sponsored. That's just gonna be my thing. Like every time I turn around, not sponsored.
and it has like some gearing that automatically like rotates the
On lead, so it never gets.
so it never like flattens on one side.
Oh my gosh.
It's literally the world's greatest mechanical pencil.
I don't know if I could function with that because now after so many years, it's like ingrained to rotate. I even rotate my pens when I'm writing, like in my journal and stuff. When I'm using the like super fine tip pens, I still rotate those too.
You see, I switched to the space pens, and I don't do that anymore either.
Do the space pens come in multiple colors?
Yes, and they write underwater.
I don't care.
Space fans.
Yeah.
Space pens. They use pressurized ink.
There was a big joke for a
Right.
really long while about NASA spending a shit ton of money to design this pen to write in space, and then the Russians were like, we use pencil. And come to find out, the regular pencils are not good in space because they can, I think, cause fires. like in very specific circumstances. And if the lead breaks off, it can like jam in the machinery and stuff like that. So it makes sense that they spent this money, and it was originally being used as, oh, look at how wasteful the Americans are. But I mean, really, we were solving a problem that not everyone wanted to acknowledge.
Yeah, Fisher Space Pen. I'm a huge believer.
Yeah, but I don't really care about writing underwater because I'm a land mammal.
Yeah.
If I am underwater, things have gone drastically wrong. I suspect you will need that.
Probably. Because I have yet to order my world's greatest mechanical pencil. Best believe. If this game goes a long time, I'll be walking here with one of these fancy pads.
Well, go ahead.
That's what I do.
Go ahead and order it. I guarantee it's going to be at least 6 or 7 sessions. And I'm pretty sure that Freddy has enough to go for like 20
Amazon's
sessions.
got a 2-pack, man.
Oh. You would have a backup. Wait, do they come in orange?
No.
No. I should have brought the yarn in that you brought me. One of them is this beautiful, like, muted grays. The other one is this, like, neon hunter orange.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I said that was a hat from that. It's definitely a hat from
It's brighter than my cat.
Is it hunter orange?
Oh,
It is.
man.
I don't think it's quite fluorescent. And I wonder if I can get it to glow in the dark.
They have an orange mechanical pencil.
But is it the
Oh, wait, I found one. I found a Kuro. I found a Kuro in orange. We got it, my guys. I gotta spend extra on this. $20 instead of $8.99.
That's like spending an extra $10 to get free shipping when shipping's only $3.
I mean, it is a 3-pack. It is a 3-pack, so you apparently get multiple. Wait, hold on.
Ooh, colors.
Is it a 3-pack or is it sticky notes? Oh, it's a 3-pack and sticky notes. So I get sticky notes too. Oh, guys.
Do you want the
Office,
sticky notes?
office supplies.
Yeah, I'm kind of a. I love office supplies. Like I recently redid my craft shelves because partially it's driving me crazy and partially it's the background whenever I do the filming for the craft stuff. I even got the little pin organizer just the other night.
I can print those.
Oh my god!
That's my
Good about that.
From what?
I showed him. Here's the pin organizer that I wrote. And he goes, I can print this. And I was like, oh my god, you're right, you can.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I know, but you could. Rude. Hey, do either of y'all want a pit bull that's like 2 or 3 months old and is abandoned?
I can't have another pet right now.
No.
I have to.
I would love it, but you know, cats.
I have to have a child and raise it to, be old enough to outgrow my wife to get another animal.
I'm gonna leave that alone. Like, super hardcore little.
Oh,
I feel like that's a trap.
I've already told her the entire plot.
There's a plot.
No.
Stinks.
No, it's not a plot. It's just me saying, yeah, we're gonna raise up the other kid. I'm gonna be like, hey, do you want a puppy? And they're gonna be like, yeah, I want a puppy. And then my wife is gonna be like, God damn it.
This poor baby. Her parents decided to give her to this other guy in the complex. He opened the door. She ran out. He never went and looked for her. She went back to her original home, and they were like, get out. So she came looking for my neighbor, because she's got 2 dogs that she's friends with. And so the neighbor took her in. But the neighbor got evicted Monday. I think she was supposed to be Sunday, but they gave her till Monday. And the poor dog was just freaking out the entire time, watching all the stuff get moved out. So I sat outside in the, oh my God, Houston weather.
Oh.
And kept
it's so oppressive.
Yeah, it was cooler outside than it was inside my apartment when I left today. So bullshit.
When I dropped my car off yesterday, it was like 90 degrees. And I was like sweaty.
It was
dropping off.
officially 99 yesterday.
Oh,
It was officially 99 yesterday
Oh, yeah.
for the first time.
They was like 100, right?
Maybe I check around midnight because I try to
you
take in
know-
my journal with my headaches.
July.
you know,
The weather.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how,
Also, my car tells me every time I get in. I'm like, shut up.
I don't know exactly how warm it was, but I gotta say, I walked outside to go to HEB, and
Did you regret all your life decisions?
that was oppressive.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. Like, it's just oppressive. It was the life, and I going to HEB just to get like some groceries.
Yeah, I pulled on a different shirt this afternoon. That was like more cotton fabric and a little bit not as flowy. And I was like, no, not doing this. I want stuff that's not going to catch me.
Now the problem with everything is that it was autumn in South Africa and it was cold in Colorado.
You have just kind of had a whirlwind of.
The weather's been so nice. I gotta come back to this 100 degrees. And then my
What's funny is
I see my car's out. I'm like, God.
and to think as like a 19, 20-year-old, I drove around an entire summer with no AC in my car. It was like just fine with it. But that was also several years ago. Also, I was a little further north up in Dallas, so I think the temperatures were a little different. The humidity was definitely a little nicer.
Yeah, no.
Also, I was 19, 20 years old. I didn't care what a speed limit was.
Yeah. I'll keep it cool.
I rolled the windows down, and that was my AC. So, confession, I have yet to read anything of the Grim Hollow stuff.
Fuck.
Neither has Matt, by the way.
No time.
What are you talking about? I've read a lot of it actually.
You read thing with the Switch.
No, I did.
Not sponsored.
I read all about all this like
You
the
need
subconscious.
the.
Actually, no, I can look
I
for
was
that.
giving him all.
Yeah, I was going to try and find it, but.
Look at the campaign
I
guide.
was giving him feedback as I was reading things.
Alright, pick the furthest one back that I cannot.
So the red, as long as you don't go to red.
Alright,
So I do that.
Oh, quick, the red one.
Because I'm sure you see to this a little bit,
a
right?
little bit, yeah,
Yeah.
mostly here. I'm just going to close this for now.
Oh, no.
I don't see nothing.
No, you're fine. That was from
Oh, the one that I helped show.
yeah.
Damn, what the hell?
Look on your face was like, are there secret doors? And I'm like, I don't care.
No, I was like,
Like, is there something on
Oh,
here I
yeah,
shouldn't
yeah.
Gosh,
draw?
you were at Meow Wolf and there were so many secret doors.
Matt, did you look at the transformation?
Yes. Yo, do I want to be a vampire or a crab demon? I don't know.
Roll a die.
It's great. Wait, how many are there?
I don't know. I was saying roll a die to help you pick which one you want to be.
So cute. You're gonna think you have it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay, so you wanted to be like a rogue, right?
I totally do want to be.
That's when I picked a rogue for our one shot that we did
I
a
want
couple
to
weeks
do.
ago.
I want to do the misfortune rogue.
Oh, I don't think I did much of anything.
I will buy a tarot deck and give bastardized readings of misfortune.
Aha!
My bud, you can borrow one of my tarot decks.
I could get one of these like on theme ones or something. That'd be cool.
If you don't want it afterwards, I'll take it off your hands.
Another thing I would like y'all to look at is seeing your character archetype. It's not exactly a background, but it's in the player's guide, page 108.
Mm-hmm.
Just see, it'll help give you an idea of not just your class, but like your mental, like your inspiration, like what drives you, and like why you're adventuring in the first place.
Because everyone hates me.
Is this the one where everybody's edgy and takes the on to the background?
I don't know that we should do that. I
I
mean,
was gonna be
some of us already roleplay our inner demons.
I was gonna be a street performer.
That's what every rogue is, though. So, well, either that's a very common choice, or every rogue I have rolled up has been a street performer.
Oh, bards.
Sounds like a bard, yeah.
No, I usually would pick like Tumblr, so they could like go through the crowds doing like acrobatic tricks and pickpockets as they go.
Cool, that's cool.
So like either I'm weird, edgy, and you know the first one to try shit, or it's just super common, and I'm one of the best at the second one.
Just you.
Yeah, no, unless you talk about the demons in my head. We've gotten really good at ignoring them. That makes so much progress.
And we're done.
I was speaking on Diablo today.
I've seen so much about that silly game. I want to play it.
D4. I don't know if I want to play it because it's Blizzard.
Let's be real. I just want to play all the games. Like we were at the game store last weekend with Freddy and Saki, and he's like, "What game do you want to play?" And I was like, "Yes, I want to play all of them, but we can't play all of them tonight."
I just don't want to play D4 hits.
Okay, so I definitely want tentacles, or some sort of like Cthulhu-esque connection.
She wants the skin worms.
You might get it, but you may regret it.
I mean,
DM, she wants the skin worms.
please serve ass more.
Good to know, good to know.
Limited
Primordial
transformations
Fields.
are available in Grubhub,
Mm.
and I do love Cthulhu-esque type things. So I mean, why not?
Primordial Fields. Skin worms.
Matt, no. And you were saying you wanted somebody to play what, sorcerer?
I want a special trait
Oh,
that is.
I think it would, well, because there's only 3 of y'all, I think it would help you balance with the balancing aspect of the game. I know it's not needed, but I think it would be pretty important in this specific game because it is a little harder to kind of have like a. It's really necessary. I think not necessary, but it's really important to be balanced. So like
Yeah.
someone who's casting.
Do we have any idea what Josh's going to want to play?
No. So this is why I'm saying come with a few ideas in mind because you may change your mind, which is why I'm saying before you decide class, so try to think of like your inspiration first to see what kind you want to play. You're gonna roll, and then maybe you guys can discuss classes. Also, in case you may you may need a backup character because who knows.
I feel like we're definitely needing backup characters.
Maybe it's possible.
I don't often get super attached to my characters. It happened with Shar. Which I may have to get Matt to reprint her. I lost her hand.
I don't know where Anne went. Sorry.
He lost her hand.
For what it's worth, like
Somehow we're
I
half broke off.
grew to really get aggravated with Oric because I was like, well, I guess I'll punch again.
I mean, what else could you have done?
And here I am wanting to be the rogue. At least it's like a fucking slot machine when I'm a rogue. At least I get the every once in a while I'm like, oh, a critical hit, and I've got sneak attack. Oh my gosh! Oh, all the dice. I need more d6s. Someone give me some more d6s.
Before we start rolling, before Matt starts rolling, we should probably cleanse his dice to get rid of whatever bad juju he's got in there. So he can actually roll decent, more than. Once in a blue moon.
It's okay. Look, if I'm the rogue, all I gotta do is roll d6s.
Yeah, but we still want the 6s and 5s, not like 1s.
It's fine, because I roll like 30 of them at a time, right?
It's not better. I could see ambitious being great for a neutral character. Because you don't really give a shit about other people. But you're not out to necessarily hurt them.
Yeah.
Did you turn too many pages at once?
Oh, yeah, the any flip, it just started going, woo!
That was a button in the video game he didn't intend to push.
No. You pushed too fast. Oh, you mashed the button instead of pressed it, did you?
Just gently press.
Mash, 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 mash.
Ah, you're really right. I already said
Mash
And
too
stuff over
fast.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, use the turbo.
I definitely don't want to be a giver. I'm trying to get rid of that in my own personal nature anyways. Ooh. Can I see this one?
You guys don't care, right? If we print something. If I was gonna print something, I had to y'all that way. You guys aren't just listening to me.
Reading along is sometimes nice. It's nice to occasionally have something to refer back to without having to stop everything.
Yeah.
I'm feeling lost.
I'm thinking individualist is even better than
I'm thinking,
ambitious.
I'm thinking the disregarded variant lost is perfect for the character that I really want to play, which is the rogue. But I can work it into anything like that. I definitely want to play I can't remember the race.
Well, I can't help you on this one.
Hold on.
What am I holding on to? The table? Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Table's going nowhere.
Nice and secure. Excellent. Disembodied. That's what I would like.
I see. Yeah, I think individuals will work for me because it's like as a free spirit, and that would lead to more opportunities to become like some sort of transformed creature. They're just like, yeah, let's try it. The individualist.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not like a naive free spirit. It's just, who the fuck cares?
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
I
No,
Freddy's over there plotting and planning already. He's like,
I will say it openly because like you're here and I don't care. But like I've already said like I really want to play Disembodied. It just intrigues me, and I want to be kind of having. And it has like this connection to the astral plane. I kind of want it to be like painfully obvious, like a scar on his face or something.
yeah, do it.
Yeah, so that people are like, oh crap, but he also tries to hide it a little bit, so that's what I said.
Do it.
Fuck yeah. As long as he's okay with it.
Hold on.
Fuck.
He was not listening. He did not hear a thing you
He
said.
kinda,
I have like so many things in my mind that I want to tell y'all. That
You-
I'm like prepared for. That I'm like, okay, let's do this, and this. But trying to memorize everything and write it all down.
he's trying to.
You also currently have like 26 tabs open in your brain. Where's that
He's
coming from?
That's exactly how it is.
He's trying to be like, chapter 1, and you're like, whoa.
Can we go back to page A, which is like 10 pages before page 0?
No, I was telling her how I want to have the disembodied with the visual scar falling back to the astral plane. If you allow that. It's like constant like throwback to these torn between the worlds or whatever.
And that's basically how it works. That's basically why they give you that fade away ability. You can choose to do it like parts of your body are just like are disappearing, basically.
Okay.
I also plan to make the planes a little bit different. But that's I need to go with that too.
I'm definitely gonna play disembodied. I'm just saying. I don't know.
No, I'm already thinking of like, okay, how can I be prepared for a fade away ability and not be caught off guard? I have to think about that in my adventure.
Like, and the other thing is though, like, I want to be like a disembodied, and once I kind of like feel like it can be any type of race, like as like a skin almost. So like, I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it like a cloak.
I just thought of Jeepers Creepers.
I'm thinking of Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs.
I'm not gonna Buffalo Bill everyone, I promise.
Just some of us.
That's what he says. That's what he says.
He was very clear about everyone.
No.
Doesn't mean that we're all safe.
I don't like to do the tuck. There you go. That's my weakness, guys.
Dreamer sounds interesting.
Ooh.
My two favorite races were the disembodied and the downcast.
Yeah.
I really like the downcast.
I was thinking of making the Vexelkind, whatever, the little.
Oh yeah.
They don't get enough. So I was thinking of like maybe giving them more magic or like giving some more skills because they can only transform once a day to like the kid form, which I'm like, that's not enough. That kind of sucks. At least do like proficiency bonus times a day, and then maybe you can cast what you call it, the illusion spell, like this guy self. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we can work. If someone wants to play it, we can work it out.
I thought them more like golems, so that's why I was like.
Yeah, it's basically like in this, like everyone has a Warforged, but in this game it's like the Fae are creating their own version, like like Pinocchio.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like either the Laneshi or.
Ooh, then that should be cool. I was trying to think of like, because I want to do more like, I want to do like water stuff too in the game, not just being on land and stuff. I want to. Every campaign has to have like that nautical adventure, the nautical arc. Like, I want to do that.
Every game has that water level where you're like, damn it.
Yeah.
So yeah, either the Laneshi or the Dreamer.
The Dreamers seem cool too.
They're all cool, and I guess my second character will have to be whatever I don't pick now.
Where'd this come from?
I don't know. What'd you do?
Copy and paste something else? Something else.
Copy pasta. You got the spaghetti code.
I would love to say we're sorry, but that would be a lie.
Where'd this come from? Aha!
We're going to go back to the whatever.
Oh no.
House rules.
That's the one I wanted. Chat.
Oh no, we went too far.
I'm confused.
Gone too far. The chat will be angry.
There is no chat.
Good.
Not yet.
Good. No angry chat.
Like technically, we have one viewer, and that's me because my phone is open.
Oh no, the chat's angry.
The chat's dead.
The chat is dead? Oh no. Oh no.
Man, Laneshi, Mystic. And then I get Necromancy? I feel like that leads right into something taking my body over for transformations.
Shadow really wants to be possessed. You know,
You're not wrong.
I can't feel like I can get everything that's in my brain on paper. But
Oh man, I feel it. Like,
I've been there.
yeah, I wrote
At
for
least 16
NaNoWriMo.
dozen times.
Yeah, I wrote for NaNoWriMo like 5 years in a row. There was no way. National Novel Writing Month. You sit down, it's the month of November, and you plan to write a 50,000 word novel in 30 days. 31, however many are in November.
Excuse me.
I won, I think, 4 years.
Cool.
But by when I wrote the 50,000 words in the month, before the end of the month was over.
Yeah. Dang, that's a lot.
Yeah, 2 separate years. One was the first part of the story, and then like 2 years later, I did the continuation of that story. But yeah, I get it with not being able to get all the words in your brain on the paper in the right order.
Yeah, it's a lot. Dang.
I got kind of good at like kind of disassociating and letting my hands just type freely because there was less interruption between the words and my hands.
And then he said great, and then he walked to the bathroom. It's like I would write that.
But what about the king?
He's just sitting on his throne bored.
What was? Oh, well.
All right, so Laneshi Mystic,
Oh,
individualist.
Damn. Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna print it out. You guys need copies? Yes.
Yes, please. That is gorgeous. I want to pet an elephant so bad.
I didn't get to touch one. I don't know if I would want to. One of them was kind of angry. Some of the animals you want to get angry with. These elephants, it's like, oh god, that's big.
Oh yeah, they do not care. They will just mash you in the pudding.
I actually get to saw them get defensive. I saw several of them get defensive with their babies. It's like, ooh.
Now I'm definitely going to need help actually building out my character because I have been dependent on character creators most of my life. So,
Oh, but this is why we're using a mix of D&D Beyond and like, so you do the basic stuff on D&D Beyond. For things like background, like they have proficiency dice with your profession, which is really cool. You can put that on the document or write it down first and
Yeah.
the document later. But like when you do the point buy, because we're gonna use point buy, spoiler alert.
really?
Yeah.
No, you asked it in chat if we were going to point by.
Yeah.
So it's not a spoiler.
Oh yeah. I forgot to ask you that. So yeah, since we're doing point buy, but on D&D Beyond they have like some of these races already created. They don't get the Tasha's treatment, where you can choose instead of wisdom, like with whatever you get, you can choose to place in order. You can't do it. So instead, you can do the basic point by stuff first, and then write it on your paper. Do whatever bonus, like you can switch the bonuses around, and then you just manually enter it in. You gotta finagle it a little bit.
Cool.
I don't mind the campaign title. It's a placeholder.
I know nothing.
I was like, I just want something edgy and dark.
It's gonna be like Bilbo's magic dream. That's edgy and dark. No, bud.
Buckles is magic.
I was gonna say that. I was like, I'm wondering, like, should we bring him back in this somehow?
No. Unless he's twisted and not our friend. There you go. We cannot have two campaigns where we're like emotionally attached to an NPC that is named Bubbles.
Okay. The name of the apples.
Well, you have to give it a scope. Was he checking?
Probably.
Was he checking the cameras in the bathroom?
I don't know that we will do that unless someone offers some real big money for that.
No.
Look, everyone's got a price, man. And I don't judge people for having prices.
Okay.
I guess I should actually buy myself a book at some point. Maybe with my first purchase.
So you just they ain't coming out to play. So then you just go ahead and you just like, oh, they got this whole system where I can just attach things to my arrows. Will this get their attention? Hey, what up, fuckerheads? Hang out. He's that motherfucker. Jewish space laser.
Now.
Look at this.
You know, occasionally I have to. You know,
You don't actually do anything. You don't actually play Zelda anymore.
no,
You just throw the fucking laser and you and you let it explode everything around you. Apparently. This thing is just cooking this guy. Hold on.
It is, and he's just kind of sitting there.
Let me just give him a little bit out.
Give him help.
I did. Oh. I broke his armor, then the laser took care of it.
Oh my goodness. Alright. I don't know about these names.
Jewish space program?
No, for my character. Math. I know that I need something that doesn't start with an SHA. Poor Freddy. You should have a name that starts with SHA.
Shamalamino.
Hey now. I was told that as a kid sometimes.
Name my character Shazam!
So bad news, guys.
Oh.
That can't count.
No.
Oh, damn.
That's us.
Yeah.
Did he get stuck at work?
Yep.
Ooh, I like that one. Very simple.
It's good. It's good.
I figured out a name.
Ooh, yeah.
Bala.
Voila. Easy for now.
Yep. I said Matt has to pick one that starts with an SHA.
A what?
SHA.
HA?
So I'm going to play the road now? I don't know if I'm actually playing the road.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Anybody know any more
What?
last and anything
What?
going?
On the plus side,
Uh-huh.
he can watch the YouTube video
He's not gonna watch it.
Let me have my dream.
I think what we can do is, since you guys will know, we can help him create a character. We can do like a Discord call maybe.
Yeah.
And that would work.
Yeah. But if he does want to like get some of the information that we share here, he can actually clip into the YouTube video and watch bits of it and stuff.
Yeah.
That'll be the bonus. We'll have like a history of our gaming.
Yeah. And the bonus will also be too is that you guys will have a campaign that's really more accustomed for YouTube.
Don't we always have that anyways?
Yes. Exactly.
Look, man, you show up, you get prizes.
Exactly. They say DM should have favorites, but
I mean, the favorites is the ones that show up.
exactly.
For those playing along at home, we're the regulars.
Oh no, where's my laser go?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my dangerous toy.
Matt heard on the news box about Marjorie Taylor Greene and her concern about Jewish space lasers. So in Zelda, he created one.
You create
A space laser.
I can't make this stuff, man.
how?
Because you can just build stuff in
Like-
Zelda.
Have you not heard about the new Zelda? It's disgusting. You don't actually, like, come see. I'll show you how to play Zelda now.
Hold on.
He's like, wait.
I want to eat my burger.
Alright,
I did that driving like 40 something on the way back.
alright, here we go.
You can eat here.
Yeah, I needed food. I hadn't eaten since breakfast.
Oh, okay.
You're just gonna shoot this.
Because mine flips both ways,
Mm.
and I will flip it depending on what size of something I'm putting in there and how full it already is.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Saki over here testing you on French and kanji.
Yep.
That's cool.
She's like, write my name. She corrected my writing.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, you can see it. She wrote it in red.
Hey, you're learning though.
Yeah.
You need to come look at this thing before Matt like destroys yet another
Can I see a space laser?
section of innocent creatures.
Were they innocent, Matt?
No. But they were just hanging around minding their own business.
How do you have lasers in this game?
You had lasers in the first game. I mean, you had
So look,
your PDA.
robots.
Look, man, don't ask questions.
Do you not know the last game had like basically the
I
iPhone?
play Zelda.
Look, it basically has an iPhone to tell you where everything is.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so look, this is
This just builds on that.
the space laser, okay? So all you gotta do is you gotta take this around wherever you wanna go, and you gotta find some bad guys. Look, I found some bad guys. Look, you just drop this down, but boom, you got no more bad guy problem because it's a laser, you
Eating
know?
my burger. Are you guys looking up mechanics and we can start. It looks pretty fun though. I'm just really confused.
To be fair, it's Matt's playing it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best Zelda ever released for engineers. It's
Okay, where do I want to look for like my class? What are my options here? Am I even in the right book? Probably not.
so am I the road now?
Yes, you are. That's what you wanted to play.
Sick, dude. Okay.
Alright, so. Okay, so you were suggesting. I said magic thrower.
Mm-hmm.
You suggested between sorcerer, warlock, and wizard. You suggested a specific one. What was it?
My favorite is wizards.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Powerful.
Man, the first vampire.
That's cool too.
Alright, so we're looking at. Well, and hopefully for session 1, we can get minis, and I can either figure out how to switch cameras or just have the camera on the map or something. We can show off the minis.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually I'll buy a new laptop that can do both.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Hmm?
The handouts.
I mean, you had food on your brain.
Mm-hmm.
There's handouts?
Yeah, the stuff that's typing and I printed and asked if we wanted one.
Is it a riddle?
No, Matt, we don't do this.
You asked if it was a riddle?
Yeah. This fucker is stupid glue. What? She was applying?
Slippers are special.
Yeah. Also, magic is supposed to be hunted in this world, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah!
Awesome.
Which, that makes even more sense for my individualist nature. Where I'm just like, whatever.
I like that.
I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? I die? Oh well.
Guess I'll die.
Yeah, my time is out.
Alright, let's see.
Ooh.
Oh, this embodiment showed a much slower rate than a human equivalent. My life expectancy is drastically high. I could be 420 years old.
420, huh?
Could be 420 years and 69 days. Yeah.
9 days.
Yeah, but 420.
420 years old.
13 hours, right?
Why 13?
Because it's the best number.
Sure.
This is the witch born on Friday the 13th. Wretched looks interesting. Ooh, wretched could be plague bearers.
What?
Wretched. Sorcerer.
Ooh, interesting.
Because these inherited magical afflictions may manifest as a plague, deformity, or aversion to the sun. Plague bearer.
Oh, the plague bear paladin?
No, sorcerer.
That Blake Paladin is pretty sick.
Well, yeah.
Pun intended.
No.
It is pretty sick, though.
We should try and convince our resident fighter person to be a fighter, right?
I've been laughing at Josh like, oh, it was.
No, sorry, already called. Use it for your backup character.
Okay, so you get +2 intelligence.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to be nocturnal because that sounds stupid.
+1 dex.
Nocturnal?
Where's that at?
Oh, it's under the, because with Sorcerer's Origin Wretched Bloodline, you get a choice of 3 of your curse. It's either Hulking Frame or Nocturnal or Plague Bearer.
Mm-hmm.
And Nocturnal just sounds stupid. We're in a grim dark world.
I mean,
I can't just avoid the sun forever.
we'll see.
No, it's a choice I can make. Sounds like making that choice is stupid.
Well, so yeah, the sun is blocked out.
Ah, so that would kind of make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's what I want to do.
Yeah, the lands, you can get like history of the land to the side where you're living, and then the town of Ostoya, or the land of Ostoya. because this is basically ruled by the dead, or like vampires. The bottom part is basically, it's called the Shadow Fall. Basically, dark clouds. The sun doesn't shine. Alright,
Speak, read, and write 2 languages in my choice.
you guys ready?
No.
Let's do the boring stuff before we complete character stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Or all the boring shit.
Boring shit.
Hey.
You even stapled it?
Mm-hmm.
Fancy.
Okay, so I don't know how long I'll be in Houston, or either like Matt, I don't know how long you'll still be here before you go to Colorado. But
Oh my guy, I'm not like moving away.
Yeah.
Anytime.
You're not either. We're changing here.
Yeah, I'm
He
here
thinks
for
I'm
a while. I'm here for a while, guys. Like,
so
We'll figure out how to do it through Discord if you do.
yeah, obviously, yeah, Discord is pretty cool.
and the only time that I plan on being gone the rest of this year is like Colorado in December, but I don't see myself being gone permanently anytime soon. I don't see myself moving out of the
So my thinking is that the game will be about 2 years or so, because I really want to go to like level 20. But doing level 1 to level 20 will take a while, and that may not be very feasible. So we'll see how that turns out. So I guess for the most, we can plan to like if you have like a character progression idea in mind, eventually if you come to that, you can at least at the most like plan it out for now to be 15. But definitely I want to try to at least get to level 10. We'll see.
I
Continue the game.
I'm definitely in for long term.
Yeah, but I want like a long haul campaign. That's what I really want to go for with this. Time and place, how it usually is 3 to 4 hours. We'll see about my schedule. I'm gonna get a new schedule. So I know originally when we first talked for the first campaign, we were like, let's do Mondays, but that didn't really work out.
No.
With my schedule being that I get off at 7 now, days that I would mostly be free now, that I can more reasonably run a game. It's like Fridays or the weekend. But my schedule will change this like at the end of the month, so we'll see.
So I get a schedule, like my schedule starts Tuesday, but I will still be it'll be 8:30 to 5, unless I go with another job that I may have accidentally picked up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, we can all, the calendar's been working.
Yeah.
The 3 of us, it's been working.
I mean,
The main,
if it works for like 3 out of 4.
That's fair. So, same thing as last time. I don't think this really matters because we don't have like tutorial, But yeah, you guys agree with that, like the time frame?
Yeah.
To 20. Okay. So my expectations didn't really change. No lone wolf characters. I remember you guys are ready.
Can I transform into a wolf?
You're a shadow wolf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't plan to do PvP again, unless you guys want to do it. But we can work with it.
I'd rather just work together as a group.
Yeah, I don't really like to do PvP or like splitting the party, unless like we can do it well.
And we've got an entire world already against at least one of us.
the only thing that I ever do in my campaigns is and I'm only speaking from this like as a DM's perspective, I would pass notes a lot, and I will I'd sit there with a stack of note cards, and I'll pass someone a note like, this is what you read, and then I will give them the opportunity to share with the group or not.
And I think we kind of do something similar because we do Messenger occasionally.
Yes, and I like that approach because it can kind of create espionage or tension amongst the group without like escalating into like a full on brawl, which I think that could be fun and like that also could be like just messing with the players a bit too. So it's making it like a different perspective of it.
Yeah. So I plan on doing that, like continuing like the secret messages.
Yeah.
That sounds like that.
I would, because you were texting, and I would suggest maybe switching it to Messenger because you can type on your computer, possibly faster than you can text.
I can bring you some note cards.
Also true.
I have no cards. I think I have some note cards. But
How's
it's
your
just
writing?
that I have to take time with me in to write unless I plan it ahead of time, which I want to do more.
I'll usually put like magic items and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you found that.
I want to do that. I want to do that at least. But like actual messages that are like improv or like sudden.
Yeah.
I'm probably just type it. But if things like letters you may find, because that's like a lot of extra work. So I'll do it sometimes. So I'll try to keep it.
Discord could be good for that.
Discord is what. Yeah.
And look, it's got to be fun for you too, not just for us.
Yeah. Exactly. You guys have to understand that, so it's not a problem.
Do you know what nation you were going to be going from?
Nope.
We'll discuss that. I'm gonna go a little bit over like history.
Alright, is
there's a lot.
I remember, I'm skimming back through the things today. I was like, I remember this stuff when I was reading through it before, and I just needed like a good bit of a refresher and stuff.
Yeah, no worries. Once we get to like character creation stuff, we can definitely go over that. Yeah, I'll try to work my best with your background to make sure everybody has their own arc and stuff. It's easier with a smaller group because I was in a bigger group before, and it was like it's a little harder with that. And like, yeah, people were like, "I'm just sitting here while someone's role playing for like 4 hours." I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as I'll say, we all have to have fun. I will also number 3. I will also do my best to like keep tabs on like what you can do and like what spells you have, but just try to read up on it. So like I said, we're going to use D&D Beyond, character sheets, PDF forms online just to keep track of everything. See, so a lot of things that are now available in D&D Beyond will be like the advanced background, the profession dice, the transformations, advanced weapons, or the spells that you may be getting or learning throughout the campaign. Basically, things to keep track of inventory as well. That's what I personally use D&D Beyond for as well. Like if I play, to keep track of like my inventory, because sometimes I forget to write it down. Like, hey, when did I get those boots of the slippers of spider climb slippers, whatever they're called? What happened to those? Do I still have them? But it's just inventory may be pretty important in this game because resources can be scarce. So, as opposed to that, well, similar to last time, there will be a lot of violence and some gory content in this game, but more so maybe because it is, a grimmer, darker world. I will also try to stay away from certain things that you can see here that I will not say we get put on YouTube.
Number 2 should be good though.
What?
Number 2 should be fine.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a description that's not actually something in real world.
Yeah. Definitely want to keep up with that. So basically about the character death, it's basically the same thing as last time. I'm not going to intentionally try to TPK y'all, but it can happen.
I mean, if we're stupid, we're stupid.
Yeah.
If we roll bad, we roll bad.
You have me as a rogue this time. And I like to knock on doors.
There we go.
We're going to have so much fun, guys. We're going to have so much fun.
I'm going to just be like down the hall and around the corner waiting for the boom.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
I
About
loved,
it.
I absolutely loved this archetype when I was reading it.
Oh, yes, do it.
Which one?
Misfortune Bringer.
Oh,
What?
man.
The Misfortune Bringer.
Oh, okay.
Why
yeah.
do you think I
Which one?
wanted a tarot deck? So I could give misfortune readings?
You know what? We can look online and find one that
Oh.
works, unless you have one in mind.
I've been looking on Etsy. I've been, look, my homie's over there. I know it's up. I've got a few. I've been looking at them.
I will definitely take them off your hands afterwards because you're not supposed to buy them for yourself.
All right. Next page.
I don't buy them for me. I'm buying them for the game.
Why, no. As an actual practitioner, you're not supposed to buy them for yourself.
Oh, I understand.
So basically, with character death, we'll try to work it out. If character does die, I won't keep you waiting to like make a new character. Just like throw you a random NPC you can use, and we'll like retcon things that as we go.
Yeah, that works.
We're gonna use milestone again. I don't want to try to experience points. That's okay with y'all.
Yeah. I don't like keeping track of that shit.
Yeah.
It's hard enough keeping track of how many coins did we get.
Yeah. So with magic items, similar to the last game, you won't really find many magic item shops, or if you do, they'll be very rare in specific parts of the world map, very specific cities. If you do find things, you find mostly like consumables, or like potions, or like very low level stuff for sale, if anything. So really in this game, a lot of the magic items can be found, stolen, looted, or crafted. And I'll go over some of the crafting or the salvage stuff later. If you do want to retrain or like say I don't like, the cleric or whatever you decide to play, you can go ahead and switch it out. Just keep it within reason. Like, we're playing the water. We're playing the water campaign now. I want to be a water race now. I'm like, okay. You want to do that just so you can breathe underwater from the park?
I had a group exactly like this, and I know exactly what you're talking about. And yeah, no, I'm not going to be going into my backlog of characters and being like, can I play Genasi?
Yeah. I don't want to be a human after all. With my my free feed that would work really well.
So I saw you guys. You were gonna give us like a tower that was really tall. Can I play Arakocra?
No.
Wait, didn't you just say you wanted to change from a human to a goblin last time? So you're Eric Hopper now?
No, you're a goat, sir. That's what the dice gave you, mother.
That's how we can do it, boys.
That's screwed.
Yeah.
Those ones, man.
I open my mouth so many times, and people are just like, oh, are you sure you want this to happen? Oh, give me your best shot.
So, next, rules disputes and whatnot, like we've been usually doing, we'll just try to, make a quick ruling and we can check it later to see what it's actually supposed to do, what works best for the party. There's rules, there's a lot of rules, too much to remember.
Yes.
It's there for a reason, but also, the game is supposed to be about that.
Yeah, and I think the rules are more like, here's a suggestion.
Yeah.
So it's really going to be what you feel.
Don't be a jerk because this is what my character would do. I was wondering why it was worded that way, but I figured it.
Yeah, so basically, don't be a jerk. Exactly. You guys are pretty good about that, so I don't have to worry about that.
I mean, we don't choose jerky characters.
Oh, yeah, you haven't seen me play a role.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be a jerk to the party.
I was kind of lawful the last game, but Rick was kind of a wet blanket. I ain't gonna lie.
I never found him to be all that bad. He was just a little like, what?
Now I've got to be chaotic and shit. You guys are gonna be weird. You guys are gonna be like, oh fuck, you guys, he's gotta be weirder than normal.
Yeah, I'll try to prepare myself for chaotic road, Matt.
Weirder than normal.
So, y'all are pretty good about not metagaming, but especially in this game, y'all are not really familiar with the monster manual, with the monsters in this one, so I don't think you have to worry about that too much. I was pretty good about it, like my metagame, like keeping your character knowledge,
I mean,
or
you
keeping
see
your
me
personal
like
knowledge, yeah.
keep my mouth, be like, no, I know nothing.
Yeah. So I don't have to worry about that with YouTube. With combat, again, I will try to use battle mass, but for some things that I think can like be done pretty quickly, we can just do like. I saw something on YouTube where it's like, or a lot of ways people run games like you can get to some place within one move, and then you still have your action, or it's like you have to use 2 moves to get there, which will use your action. You know, it's like that one's really far, or you don't have to move at all.
So are you going, and I know in our last game we didn't really use, great, now my brain just went away. Or we're like on either side, flanking.
Oh, flanking.
Are you going to use flanking in this one?
No. Okay. I'll think about some flanking variants, but I think it'll help because combat can take a long time as it is already.
Yeah.
So I think flanking is maybe more complicated. I don't know, too much time thinking about positioning because I think it might be more favorable for me as a DM because I can put more enemies. I don't want to do that. Make it more complicated for y'all. It's just more like numbers to keep track of, honestly.
No worries. I'm just
So I
thinking,
really want to use flanking.
yeah, the reason I asked is because if we do include flanking, then sometimes putting down a map and our characters just, so we have a general idea of space,
Yeah.
might be helpful, but if flanking doesn't matter that much, then it may not really matter at all.
Yeah, like sometimes I like putting down a map, but oftentimes, we can get too caught in like, am I within 30 feet? Am I within like, or he's 40 feet away, I have to dash. And that can like slow things down. So sometimes, it's like pros and cons. It's like, you get a better idea of where you are, where you're situated, and what you can or can't do, but that can also bog the game down.
Yeah.
We'll see if we end up getting more players. With just 2 of you, or 3 of you, Josh, Collins is more constant. It shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be like too much fast. Let's see. And sometimes feel free to tell me what you guys think is on the map. I don't mind. Like if you say, hey, or like I have an idea. You're like, oh, what if there's a waterfall here? I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. That could be useful too. Okay. So I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to track stuff so much like food and arrows unless you guys find that fun. I mean, there's some times where it's like, I might ask you like, did you buy rations or like, did you use all your rations? Because you'll be traveling, which you'll be doing a lot in this game. But I won't make you track like every single day.
And we got really out of the habit of it because when we started, we had McHale in the last campaign.
Yeah.
We just like good berries for all.
Yeah. It was like good berries. Like, oh, we don't worry about it anymore. But now,
You may not have anybody doing that.
Yeah.
I think like a general like light tracking of it is cool.
Yeah.
But like, did you take 4 rations because you have 4 days?
Yeah. I don't want to be doing that. Like, unless specifically we're doing something like the desert, like extreme hot or extreme cold.
Where it would really make an actual difference.
Yeah, or like you're in like a really like swampy area, or like in the high mountains. Like if you're in extreme places or extreme environments, then maybe it'll be more important. But for the most part, as long as you say, hey, I'm gonna buy like a week's worth of rations, like I was like, okay, mark off like 20 gold, with arrows and like ammunition, it's not so important with arrows specifically with arrows. I might say, or you can just tell me if you're gonna be using arrows map, or I'm gonna buy 20 battles worth of arrows. I don't know, 20 combat encounter worth of arrows. And I'm like, okay, that's like goal or something. Like, we can just yeah. Same thing, but with guns, it may be a little bit different because those guns do exist in the world. They have black powder weapons, guns and explosives. They're not as common, so I may ask you to track that, or I may keep in mind the more like the monetary costs of ammunition.
Yeah. I have to run to the restroom real quick.
Okay.
But I can hear, so go on.
Okay. So about the theme in this game, I plan it to be more of like, of course, dark fantasy, gothic horror, body horror, stuff like that. I don't really have an idea of keeping the game within one specific country, one specific like area, because I want to use like all the lore in Grim Hollow and Ethers basically. I do plan there to be a lot of traveling and to be country hopping, like continent wide, except for maybe Valika. I'm not sure if we'll be in the Valican plans too much. At least I don't plan for that, but
That's the north, right?
yeah, that's like so far icy area. You might go like to a few places, or like maybe the lower Valika. But who knows
I know.
where the story will take y'all.
If I remember correct, I was feeling Rock as like an origin for my character. But.
Yeah, the Bureauc Empire has like the most lore there is.
You breaking stuff?
Yeah, you know these chairs. And I'll try not to keep the game linear, but like I want you guys to have some things like that you want to do. Like I don't want like you guys want to do side quests. I won't stop you.
Side quest or quest?
But I do want to keep time in this game.
Okay.
Like I do plan to like keep track of the calendar.
So if we take too long to get to a specific important thing, it could be too late, right?
Yeah, like the road will not stop. Like like the Skyrim, it's like they won't wait for you to complete the side quest. It's like if you do this, this might happen, or like this might go on and maybe like give you two options, two routes, or two things to do. If you choose one, you may not be able to do the other one anymore, and there will be consequences.
Interesting.
I'm gonna try that. I'm just gonna try that. Oh, this is bothering me.
Oh shit.
Did I do that?
The trash can lid. Okay. So that's some of my expectations. Now, go to the next page. You guys have anything you want to see, or like what you expect for the game, from this game?
I really want to experience like all the different areas.
Okay.
And like really get a sense of the entire world. Especially if they hate me. Yeah. Well, I feel like as an individualist, that's kind of what my thing is I'm wanting to see everything. So
Awesome.
So see all the things.
She wants the side quests.
What about you, Matt?
Gosh. I would like to see content as well. That sounds good.
You want to see content?
I want to see
Well,
content.
I think what he means is like it's a whole new like world.
Yeah, it's same as here. It's like it's a content thing. Like I want to know what the content is for sure.
We're not playing Fanduel anymore. We want to see what the differences are.
Okay. But I don't know. Like, what do I expect? I mean, to have a good time.
And if having a good time is up with our characters, that's what we do.
And sometimes I just, knock on doors.
I'm
sorry, you drank and I caught that like right when you did that. I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
Knock on doors. Yeah, I'll make sure to add a lot of doors.
I'm not gonna knock on all the fucking doors, by the way.
No.
Yeah, but if you don't have any doors to knock on.
I'm not a terrible.
I'm gonna make enticing doors.
Doors.
They're gonna be looking pretty knockable. Knockable doors, man.
Curvy and knockable.
Very enticing.
I'm gonna walk up to a door and it's gonna have a little sign and it's gonna be hung up there. It's supposed to and I'm still
or the sign says bang away.
Or it says don't knock.
Oh.
Do not disturb.
Oh. says D&D.
Yeah. There you go. But as far as like themes, like adventure or environment types, or like monsters, what would you like to see or not see?
I don't want anything standard from D&D. Like, we're in a whole new world. I want to experience the new world. We can't do anything about the banging upstairs. We've tried. They're loud. Sorry.
I'm okay with some classic creatures.
Yeah,
Obviously, there's some you can't get away from that are just great uses, like owlbears or, displacer beasts. Just a couple of my favorites. You know?
Just I want one as a pet.
Oh my god.
Like in the real world.
It's a bad kitty, though.
No, they're good kitties. They're just misunderstood.
I don't think so. I don't
No,
think so.
they're
They're
misunderstood.
very smart. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're misunderstood.
I don't know. I've seen that movie. And
Yeah.
They were trained to be bad, just like pit bulls are trained to be bad.
Look, that was a spicy kitty. That's all I'm saying.
I like me some spicy kitties.
Damn.
Shut back.
Anything else?
I'm not totally against anything standard D&D. But like I said, we're in a whole new world. We're in a whole new setting.
Give us something weird. Alien.
Yeah, let's explore all of it. What's the point of going to a new setting if we're just gonna pull out the same tired old ice traps?
There he is.
Dang, somebody ordered Gondol.
Oh, now show them to the camera.
I had to order. If somebody ordered a Gondol, I got them print another Gondol.
I mean, yeah, Matt does all the minis, so let's give him some good shit to work with.
Oh,
So this is some examples of Matt's 3D printing
oh
work.
my gosh, he's got the big dice.
Need to paint the numbers on that.
Okay, awesome, good to know. That's really cool. Because I'm in love with this lore too, and I have been for actually 2 years. Honestly,
Yeah, I know.
when I first got the books, and when I first heard of Grim Hollow, I was like, I gotta buy the PDFs. It's been like almost 3 years that I've been wanting to start this game, and now we're actually doing it. It's really cool. I'm really excited.
Well, as long as we've been playing, every now and then I'll poke you and just get you talking.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to this. So some more things about the. Oh, unless was that you guys have anything?
I'm good.
So a few more things. Magic in this world, it does exist. It's not like it's not a low magic, low fantasy setting. It's just not your high fantasy sky ships and technomancer type of stuff. But magic is very rare. Even primal magic and arcane magic especially are not trusted. But especially if you're using arcane magic, you may be hunted or ostracized. Divine magic is well respected and beloved, but clerics and paladins are actually very, very rare. As in this game, there are no gods. There are no deities. There are the Archceres and the Archdemons, so DAEMONS. The Archdemons, as the British say, the demons.
Archdemons.
Actually, Grim Hollow was made in Australia, so I don't know.
Archdemons.
I like how you tried to add some posh to it, and then we got this one over here. It was opposite direction.
So you have your what do they call it? Primal. What do they call it?
Mm-hmm.
Coca-Cola.
Anyway, you have angels, you have fiends, and you have your elemental chaos, or what do they call it? Damn. Primordial. There you go. I was like primal.
Well, once you got into the angels,
yeah.
I was like, oh, that's where we're going.
Yeah, there's spirits, primordials, angels, demons, but no gods.
I am my own god.
So again, I'll try to use a lot of the environments, which is I'm glad that she said you guys want to go out work because I was kind of already planning that. I was hoping you guys would.
The whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't expect skyships or space. Not just Spelljammer.
That's next campaign.
Oh, actually, Grim Hollow just made a new Kickstarter called the Ethereum Expanse, and I backed it. It's like Spelljammer, except you're actually like the space is actually like a sea, like instead of being like typical like 5-year D&D style Spelljammer, not 5 there's actually an ocean of the actual sea is like an actual sea in space. And you're actually like on a pirate ship.
It kind of reminds me of spots in Ark, because Ark has stuff set in outer space, or like on space stations, and they actually have like not celestial, but space dolphins and space whales.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of makes sense. They even have like a space skiff where you can fly around.
Yeah, that's cool, right? Yeah, so I don't know if it's going to be connected to the Grim Hollow world, but they have it, and I backed it, so.
I mean, let's be real, I literally want to play all the games.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty much down for anything.
Awesome. So the major threats and main story themes, that way you guys can build characters appropriate for the campaign. So basically, they're going to be a lot of I forgot to write some monster types. So basically, a lot of humanoids. This will be a very humanoid and faction-centered campaign. A lot of religious zealotry and evil arcanists, stuff like that. I'm not going to put too much like good and evil. I really want things to be like more gray, or like evil and evil, if you will. Like which one's the worst? What you decide.
There's no light. It's just shades of gray and darker. Exactly.
Some of the monsters. So there's going to be a lot of humanoids, undead, monstrosities, probably aberrations. Basically, things that I don't really like, or not that I don't like, but basically, I'm not sure if I'm going to use a lot of fae or giants or, because if you guys change your mind, be like, I'll play a ranger who hunts giants. I don't plan on putting a lot of giants, I think, or fae in this game. I'm going to try to act like a little bit of everything. You guys know I love oozes. So you can expect that. Yes. And what else am I doing? Plants. I'm going to try to put more plants, because there's not enough plants. But of course, the plant is like the main, right? Kind of plant center.
Yeah.
Campaign.
Although I do think my backup character would probably be like a druidic type thing. So.
Yeah.
Dang, I was thinking my backup would be druid.
We can work it out.
I could also, maybe it'll be the campaign where my backup character becomes a wizard and I'll finally play a wizard. I've never played a wizard.
He wants the road.
All I'm doing is watch wizard.
I'm working on it, again.
No, it's okay. You do what you want. Also,
Now it's just like, I'm gonna kill this road, so it should be a wizard. I'm gonna have to be like,
no, we'll never do that, Matt.
Lies. My man, you on camera.
I'm gonna have to be like looking through all my shenanigans on them.
Turn the camera, get that.
Have to be like, I need more D6s. The DM's trying to kill me.
So we will start our game actually in Western Ostoya. So when you create your character, we'll go over you can tell me why you guys may be in Ostoya. But in this area, the Ostoya Empire is called Empire, but it's really broken up into two factions, two provinces. Basically wizards who are maybe good or not so good, who knows, and the undead. And you have the middle where it's not conquered by either, but they're still part of the empire. It's they're very patriotic. Yeah, basically. But they work together against the Burok Empire, who are the enemies. So they may be there's a civil war, but they're enemies against the Burok, who is
the enemy of my enemy is my ally.
So we're going to be starting in Ostoya. level 1, we might be there for a while, and then we're going to kind of branch out and see where the game takes us. So again, regarding magic in this game, you can't. I won't just allow you to say, I'm going to cast Charm Person on this guard. They will see you cast Charm Person, because unless you're a sorcerer with subtle magic, or have any other way to hide your magic, your verbal components are going to be like, spoken. They're going to be magical cantations, not just like, I cast Charm Person. People can see you do magic, and people in this world have such a fear of magic, they will be pretty on guard. Same thing for like somatic components. You don't just twiddle your fingers. I think there's like one cantrip or a few cantrips or a few spells where it's like you briskly move your hands, or there's a cleric spell in there like you mutter under your breath. But unless it specifically says you can do it, or we have a feature that can do it, you are basically doing like a full motion with your hands, full incantation voice, material components. I will try to, you don't have to like keep track of everything unless they have a component of material cost. Unless they cost gold. They'll still be running that very much the same as the last one. So it might matter more a lot in this game because people will be very on guard with magic.
I'm gonna get rid of so many towns.
Oh, people are gonna hate me.
It'll be fun. They might hate you already. Like they might just see like I hate them already.
I was walking around as a half-orc last campaign.
Oh right. So think about that. Orcs do not exist in this world. Only half orcs. Forgot to say that.
So no orcs.
Right, yeah. There is like most races, like the elves and dwarves, have heard stories of their ancestors meeting orcs. But there's like legends of like the orcs leaving the continent, and nobody has seen the orcs since then.
Man, bad enough for the orcs to leave.
So no orcs, no tieflings. Anything else we can't play?
I'll go over that later. Okay. Back for the orcs. So let's go over some of the like specific Grim Hollow mechanics like transformations, conditions, advanced weapons. Well, you can read about the advanced weapons.
I want to read about the advanced weapons.
We'll get there.
Fine. So transformations. You will not start out with a transformation. I'll keep in mind what transformation you might want, but they're going to be part of the narrative, and like they may be forced upon you by enemies or villains, or like you may be given a choice or like an offer. But they are basically curses. They're a blessing and a curse, but they're mostly supposed to be a curse that grants you life. You become powerful, but
There's downsides.
Yeah. Like one of the specific downsides when you get to level 2 is that you have disadvantage on your death saves, which is pretty rough.
Wait, what is that?
Disadvantage on your death save?
On like just for having a transformation?
If you get to your transformation level 2, if you're planar, if you're like especially a planar being, if you die, you go back to the plane, like your associated plane. That's part of the power.
So kind of like what I want to do. Okay.
Yeah.
It's great.
There's the original transformations they have in the campaign guide. The player's guide has a few other the transformations are in the campaign guide, but there are other options in the player's.
I thought you wanted to look at something.
Nice cue, Tab.
I don't know if they'll actually pick it up because it's so far away. But that's fine.
I don't think they can see the text.
Probably not. It's fine though.
It says salad.
Salad? Salad.
That's what the words are in the book.
Yep.
Salad. Word salad.
Depending on how many players we may end up with, we'll see. Because having everyone with the transformation may really imbalance the game. And you guys may die more easily, which will also balance it. It's like, oh, I'm expecting to die. And
It's a seesaw.
go to like the netherworld because they took a feeding pact and they rolled to like a 1 and then a 1.
Just a bunch of freaks walking around with their crab claws coming out of their ears.
Yeah. So those are the transformations. Some other variant mechanics will include things like stabilization. When a character has 0 hit points, regains hit points, they instantly become conscious and heal as per usual. However, they are still incapacitated, which means you can still move, but you can't take actions until the end of your next turn. Concentration checks. Whenever you fail a concentration check, you gain the dazed condition until the end of your next turn, which will be on the next page. Bleeding is a new condition, which means you cannot regain hit points from spells or abilities. You must use hit dice or complete a long rest. Dazed. So if you're concentrating on a spell and become dazed, you lose concentration and you cannot cast the spell of concentration until the end. Let's see, for 1 round.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Bleeding creatures can't regain hit points from spells or abilities. Bleeding creature can only regain hit points by consuming hit dice or completing a long rest. That's cool. But like, so what if like we had a cleric who carried sutures?
So, like,
Stitches.
Sewing thread.
I tried to add this in, to type it in. So, I was thinking so Grim Hollow kind of edited some of the rules a little bit.
Okay.
Another way to get, you can write it down, another way to get rid of bleeding. No, that's for grievous wounds. I'm going to go over grievous wounds. I would say another way to get rid of bleeding is to, let's see, maybe a medicine check if you have a healer's kit and you're proficient with medicine and use of a healer's kit. But I think that may be better for grievous wounds. Well, we'll see. I want to like work out some, like see what works. Because the point of the game is to be fun, right? Challenging but fun.
And everything's
I don't want you guys to feel punished all the time.
Well, yeah, I just look at it like,
That's my day-to-day.
damn.
I kid.
I just looked at it like, I figured some folks probably have some sutures, but it's fun. That's why I ask these weird things.
No, that's okay. So again, daze will hurt you, or you can hurt spellcasters, or if you're a spellcaster, you can be hurt by being dazed. I don't think anyone will play a dwarf or a gnome, but we get some extra proficiencies if you do. Just in case you guys would want to play one, I put that in there. So resting and variance is going to be very important. Instead of a short resting in 1 hour, it's going to be resting will take longer. So a quick rest will be 1 hour, and you can only spend hit points. A short rest will now be 8 hours, and you basically gain all the abilities back on a short rest within 8 hours. A long rest in the book says 72 hours, but I think that's pretty bad. And I think that's too rough for the whole week. So I think I was watching Grim Hollow update. They kind of said maybe tweak it to 36 hours. So basically a full day of rest between 2 nights.
Yeah.
Would count as a long rest. But you have to be like an area where it's safe. Like you have to be in a safe zone, like not just in the forest. There has to be bedding.
Comfort, warmth.
Somewhere where we can close the door and bar.
Yeah, like civilization, outposts in the woods, like an inn on the trail, like on the road.
Maple, they've got lawyers out in the barn. You need to get out here.
Yeah. But yeah, long rest. So resting will be a little bit longer in this game, which you have to think about like your resource management more carefully. I will also have to think about how many combat or encounters I throw at you now with this. But it'll be a little more challenging. I just want to go over that.
Mm-hmm.
Something I forgot to add is called grievous wounds. So they have a temporary and permanent wound chart.
Nice.
Oh, we get scars now.
Yes.
So I have a specific Grim Hollow screen. Let's see. So I couldn't find any of the rules. Like I was trying to like search for it, but no one says it somewhere. So I think if you fall to 0 hit points, or if I think if you like fail a death save or like before you're stabilized, you have to roll the grievous wounds chart, which is like 2d6, and depending on what you roll, you get some damage. If you roll a 2, like if you roll snake eyes, you get a permanent wound.
Yes. I'm over here. Roll.
Which I will also look about like mechanics for a medicine check with the healer kit to be able to like stitch up basically. And I think if you roll a 1, if you get a permanent wound, you basically die.
Cool.
It's called a fatal wound. Yeah, it's gonna be a little harder.
It's sad, you know, if we do dumb things or make dumb choices. Fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Definitely. My last chocolate salad.
Ooh, shame.
Yeah, this is an Aldi, but it was only limited edition.
Limited edition.
Yeah. It's really good. They don't have it anymore. They don't know if they make it anymore.
Like my favorite thing is limited or seasonal shit.
Yeah, it says style with chocolate extract and chocolate cacao. It's not really like.
Have you checked Amazon?
No, that's a good idea.
Not sponsored, but I love Amazon. Like everything's on there.
Like it's not top tier, anything like special, like really expensive. It was just really good. Even though it was like generic brand, Aldi, chocolate style. Yeah, do you guys have any questions about that?
Not yet. Okay. I do like that, you know, if we're dumb, we actually get like punished. Like there's consequences for making stupid decisions. Like we're still going to make stupid decisions, but sometimes that should be because of circumstances, not just because we're behaving stupidly.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, it should work out that way.
And I think if like we start getting too many grievous wounds, we can just use like exhaustion levels, not the main D&D exhaustion, but like the 1 D&D where it's like it's just a -1 instead of like you are half speed, you are at zero speed, you have disadvantage on everything, you can't breathe, and then you die. It's like it just gets worse and worse. I think we use like the 1 D&D version of exhaustion. All right, so on to house rules. So race restrictions will be most of the players' handbook races, except for like tieflings, Azamars, Genasi. Orcs is technically not a PHB race, but there are no orcs in this game. Like in the world, so they say.
I do tend to prefer like beast races, like so like
That's because you are a beast man.
oh, you got me. Touch my heart.
Is that what he touched?
I sure hope so. My wife would be upset.
We're on camera.
I'm not the one saying I touched them.
I never claimed to be an adult at all times.
Anyhow, so gosh.
I broke 2 at once.
No, I don't know what kind of road that I want to be, man. I want to figure out what kind of.
Dragonborn. Technically the beast.
Yeah.
I know, but then I also want to be like a spaceman dude. I can't remember the name.
Hey, that's what you have time. You got time. You can change your mind later. Because after this, I'm gonna need time based on because I'm gonna need time for your backstories, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means that I'm going to need like a few weeks to look at your backstories. Because I have kind of like a campaign outline, like loose outline. Like okay, this is
You got certain things
like
you want to
level
hit.
1, level 20, some like spots in the middle I have in my mind. But in order to like help me create the story, I want to use your background and see what I can do, and that'll help me with ideas. And then based off your backstory, I can say, hey, how about instead of this, what if we say this, or what if I put this NPC instead of that NPC? So we need time for that anyway. So you guys can start.
Well, and in that meanwhile, we can also, like, once we get like the main idea and we've decided what kind of like miniature we want, when we get those printed out, assuming Matt will hook us up, we could also do a night or two of painting, and we can film just the painting,
Yeah.
add in content,
Yeah.
until we actually get to session one.
Mm-hmm. It'll work.
I'm already looking at my
I see that.
If anyone wants to play human in the end, I don't use the variant human, but I'm thinking of beefing up the regular human. Or if you want, we can do like the Astoya human or the Burak human or like the Valak Viking human. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm pretty set on my Laneshi.
Okay, that's cool.
And even if I do have to do another, I don't see me picking human because I'm human every day.
Yeah, that's fair. That's what I'm really thinking.
You're a human after all.
I mean, I certainly role play as a human every day.
That's true. So subclasses, I don't really use I'm planning using like the critical role classes. I don't like Twilight or Peace clerics. Sorry. I don't use Hexblade Warlock because I think Hexblade should be broken down to where all Warlocks have the choice to pick a Path of the Blade to gain proficiency like the Hexblade gets. Because personally I think Hexblade is a little boring and takes away the flavor of like, I want to be a powerful melee Warlock, but I have to do Hexblade then. No, you don't. Just take away Hexblade and put the level 1 abilities into like invocations or like you just get it with Path of the Blade. I like that version, so that's what I do.
Cool.
So yeah, if you take Path of the Blade at level 3, you'll be able to use Charisma in place of Strength or Dex for your Path weapon attacks. Regarding crits, we do crunchy crits. I'm gonna keep that.
I liked it.
I don't think we need fumbles. Like I had a game where there was like fumble cards, like crit 1, and you roll 1, and then you break your weapon and like your shoelace becomes untied. I don't know. I don't think we need to do that. It'll just add more complication to the game. Unless you guys want that to be punished more. The game is already punishing.
I feel like the game's gonna be hard enough.
Yeah. So going over this, we don't have to talk about every single thing now, but basically every country will have their own variation of money. The only difference, you have it on the sheet, right, where it says put money, what country money you have. The only thing you have to worry about is like Ostoya won't take the Burak gold, and the Burak won't take Ostoyan gold, because
that makes sense.
yeah, they hate each other. So that's basically all you have to worry about.
The Axis didn't take the Allies' money, and vice versa.
Yeah. Languages, I didn't put it here, but if you have a higher intelligence, I think everyone will take more like languages because every country will have their own.
And smart people tend to learn at least one more language.
Yeah. Since I think like a player's characters get enough language, they get so many languages as it is. It's like
yeah, and I think like the individual races get stuff too.
Yeah.
I looked up in here, the Laneshi. Like they get different stuff.
Yeah, like Laneshi gets they have their own language.
Yeah.
And
it said something about like you get these other languages plus like 1 of them.
Yeah. So in order to feel like more of like a dark fantasy world, there's no common, basically. Even though in the book, so there's like some. They tell you there's no common, but in the player's guide it's like common. And I'm like, why?
Because they didn't have an editor.
Yeah, so.
Or quality control. They may have had an editor.
Or I think in the campaign guide they have common, but in the player's guide it's like there's no common. But we didn't think about it until we did the player's guide.
Something missed along the way.
Yeah. So do you have any questions about money or language? Alright.
I'm good.
Oh, so here's what I put it. The character death and resurrection. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll see what happens. If you follow 0 hit points, you get grievous wounds. Maybe you can heal some temporary healer wounds with medicine check. If you have a healer's kit and proficiency in medicine. So Xanathar's guide has like some pretty cool optional features regarding tools and like equipment. I have the book, but I think I'm gonna try to use that more. So, because I don't want like tools to be kind of like useless. Like, hey, I took college tools, but I never use them. Maybe like once in an entire game.
Yeah.
So they have some cool ideas on how to use your cartographers, calligraphy, or carpenter's tools.
Cool.
So definitely anything that needs to have. But like, sure, that sounds, I'm open to creativity and ideas. So salvage, some more like specific Grim Hollow rules. A lot of creatures, like almost every creature in the monster manual, that's a big book. It's like over 400
I love it.
new creatures in the game.
And we're gonna fight them all, right?
I hope so. Almost everything has salvageable. Like everything can be salvaged. If I place like monster manual or like regular D&D stuff in there, I will have to come up with that myself. That's a lot of work.
No, don't do that. You put in the monster manual.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, like say, we're sure you call like a potion of healing or whatever, but definitely everything here is up for grabs. Like
I thought.
I just thought.
Okay, well, it says that most creatures in the Grim Hollow book have salvage rules, which reminds me of like when you kill creatures in video games, you can get special like things off of them.
Yeah.
Like components.
Yeah. Exactly. They usually comes with a skill check to even know about it that you're proficient in. And it comes with a skill check to retrieve it.
I think I have a way to tie that into my character.
Yeah. Awesome. It requires hours or days to even like create something, and then a final skill check with you or someone who's proficient or casting a spell every day on the item, like with your downtime, to even create like the certain magic item or like you can use this body part or this item to cast a spell and you get greater damage with a certain type of spell, or if like one level cast higher. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. So that's also one of the reasons why I said I kind of want you to keep track of like inventory D&D Beyond. That way, because you might forget if you write it down. D&D Beyond are like basically online, like digital, because of the salvage rules. Because there's a lot of things that you might have to keep track of. Because if you want magic items, most of the time you're gonna have to create it yourself, or find it, or kill someone, right? Or steal it. Yeah.
If we do the old Kinder rules, I didn't steal it. I found it. I found it in somebody else's pockets, but I found it. Kinder. They're adorable.
All right. Do you have any other questions about the game? Before we get to character creation,
I
I'm
think
gonna
I'm
go over the world,
good.
and then
I'm good.
all right. So basically, in Etheris, there's no world name, so maybe I'll just call it Earth or come up with a new name. I don't know.
New name.
New name?
Earth.
All right. So the continent in the known world is Etheris. What lies beyond the continent, east or west, south? I kind of have an idea, but most of the main focus is going to be the continent, which is huge. It's very, very huge to begin with. Maybe not as big as a Fey room, like what's it called? Forgotten Realms Fey room continent.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Because they have like a mega continent, right? Maybe not as big as that, but it's pretty huge. Starting from the top, we have the Valkyrie clans, which are going to be it's basically east versus west. They're your Vikings, right? But these guys are like the evil Vikings. They're the ones who do the raids all the time.
The barbarians.
Yeah. These Vikings are trying to be more civilized. They have different clans and own story. These ones do a lot of raids along the coast. They have different sects of druids. These ones want to kill people, like sacrifice people, to prevent the rising of the primordial Galmadrog,
Oh, cool.
These ones are like, hey, no, sacrifice the people, wake him up, and then they fight.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So like, no, we gotta sacrifice him so that he stays asleep, so we appease him. And like, no, that's gonna wake him up. And like, so they differ in those ideas.
That makes sense.
Yeah. The Burak Empire is like the top human nation here. They basically own like the whole continent at one point. But then like when there was like the civil war between the gods and like they kind of like shrunk. So the Burak Empire is made up of like Northernland, Unterland, Adeland, and Rowland. Rowland are where the dwarves hail. Unterland are where the warriors are at. Adeland is where like the drugs and clerics are at. Take that as you will. And Northernland is where the druids and wizards are at, and they're also kind of having their own sect split. And I think the druids have split off with like, hey, we want to be independent, and the wizards are like, no.
That makes sense too.
Yeah. Ostoya. Ostoya is was once part of the Burak Empire, but they kind of like seceded, and the Burak is like, we want you back, baby. You're not going anywhere. So they've been at it for like 100 years. But then one day, they found like a city underground who was like, the city was populated by undead.
Oh.
So then they sent some people in there, and then like vampires were like, hey, we're the new rulers now. But then
And
some
vampires
people,
too.
yeah. So people banded together in the north, in Revo, which is led by wizards now. They have their own like really cool wizard fortress in their own city. They battle it out. But when they have to come together sometimes to fight the Burak Empire. So that's basically their story. There's like a little area here called Lisich. It's not really part of the empire, but there's a plague there.
Oh.
That's like this whole little thing going on. The dwarves mainly they have their own like city state. They're part of the empire, but they have some sort of freedom. In their town of like Rowland, they mostly live in Stalinwald. And the Charlotte Kingdom is basically France. It's basically where chivalry. This is where your fairy tales and chivalry is at. You have this forest who has like a bunch of like dark. The stories were once nice, but now they're dark because of the dark elves, the dark elf curse. This is where the elves were pushed back to during the human expansion.
Uh-huh.
So the elves kind of brokered a peace with the humans a long time ago, but the elves now live in like the elf-only town, city of Toil Mill. It's like the evil elf colony over here no one goes to, but this is basically France. You have your chivalrous knights here as well, your fairy tales, but now there's like a civil war growing. This is like the least horrible place there, but now it's getting horrible. Last but not least, we have the Castilian Protestants. This is basically where a new empire is formed under the banner of the archangel or the archseraph Imperius, who hates arcane magic and is like, hey, we're gonna kill every wizard, every sorcerer,
Wow.
every druid, every warlock. If you're not a divine caster, if you're casting magic, we can't trust you. But they have their own like sect of like the Arcane Inquisition. It's not part of the government, but it kind of is. And so they hunt spellcasters and protect people, basically. Yeah. And then you have the town of Morentia, or the island of Morentia. So Lisich and Morentia are like independent states. This one is basically where all trade happens. Like they trade with everyone and they try to keep their independence. Castanea launched like a naval assault against them, but they have like some fog surrounding their town. Then the Castanea lost with the help of the Charnel Kingdom. So like, hey, we hate you. Like, hey, we hate you. You know. There's a lot of war. There's a lot of war going on.
Everybody hates everybody.
Oh, and I forgot. In the Burak Empire now, there's like this thing called the Great Beast, which happened after the gods died. Well, the gods disappeared, and then there was only 4 gods left. And then they died because they fought each other because there's a king who was insane.
What else do gods do?
The king was insane. They fought each other. When he died, monster appeared, and now they're having like mutations and aberrations appear. Like humans are getting transformed into monsters. It's crazy.
That's fun.
yeah, there's a lot going on in this game. But use that to create your character. And any questions about the map or reasons before we finish character creation?
I'm good. I am. Whenever I upload the video to YouTube, I will grab links both for the books if you want to check those out, and a picture of the map as well, so that they can kind of follow along as we talk about it.
Yeah. Sounds good. So things about the backstory. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
When you create your backstory, you can be related or like see how you know each other. Try to make a connection with at least one NPC. It can be your creation. You can work on it, but try to have a connection with at least one NPC. Don't create a heroic background because you're starting from level 1. I know I don't have to worry about y'all doing that.
So I'm kind of thinking, Wizard Plague Doctor,
Ooh.
Laneshi,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm also looking at the map in Astoria. There's a lake about midway, and it actually connects like in a lot of directions. So I'm kind of thinking like I've made my way through the Empire from the ocean to that lake,
Yeah.
and so I could have access to a lot of places by traveling the waterways.
Yeah.
As for an NPC, I could find somebody that I could trade herbal components for.
Yeah.
And that would be another thing. I'm almost kind of thinking like I have like a bucket list of things to collect. Like I really want to collect something from every creature in the world. Like that's my little main goal.
That's cool. I like that.
That's why I was like, ooh, collections.
Yeah.
So I could have an NPC in one of the like port towns. I don't know if that's what they're called, but where I generally will like usually go to trade whatever components I gather that I don't necessarily need a ton
I
of.
like that.
Which builds into the individualist and everything else. Like I'm just out here having fun. And so maybe I meet up with him in that city or something. I don't know what his plan is.
So let's talk a little about Laneshi, but there's some like attributes and things you can read. Like we're doing point buy. We're gonna roll for HP after level 1. Don't have to worry about alignment too much, and instead of using the backgrounds. So in D&D Beyond, you can have like a placeholder background that gives you the same skills you can choose, but try to use the advanced background. But all right, I'll see what characters you guys come up with.
I think I just did mine. What you got, Matt?
I am going to be playing a disembodied rogue of the Misfortune Bringer archetype. I can't remember what the background page was on for the archetypes.
These?
No.
So the archetypes are not necessarily background, but they're helpful.
The archetypes, yeah. So I was looking at 108.
That's what this is. There we go.
So this, I was looking probably at the lost variant of disregarded. Disregarded or disenfranchised by societal norms, personal issues, or both. Norms may be unjust or enforced in an unfair manner. Unacceptable traits can be recognized and integrated to begin a journey of self-discovery and acceptance. I was looking at him primarily being kind of like an information dealer that kind of hops back between like the major city-states, maybe a spy. I typically like those kind of espionage-ish characters for rogues. I wanted him to be from Burok.
Ooh.
Yes. But I don't want him to have any type of patriotism towards the Burok Empire.
Okay.
I want him to be a true rogue.
That could also explain why he's in Astoria. If that's what we're starting.
Because if he's dealing in info, you know, I mean, you
Yeah.
can be passing those back and forth. That's easy enough. But yeah, him not having any patriotism makes him kind of a wild card a little bit. So,
Mercenary.
huh?
Mercenary. Who gives me the most gold?
You know, he makes his own. He walks to the beat of his own drum. You know, that's just how he does.
You may also want to look into the art service. There is a patron of knowledge and information.
What's that?
One of the art service, the deities, one of the angels.
The art deities.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is a patron of knowledge and information.
Ooh.
They're pretty neutral.
I will look into that.
You also may want to look into the factions. They have like a Thieves Guild faction that kind of runs around the empire or the continent, but they run mainly a little towards the evil side, the darker side. But you can definitely look into a faction from the player's guide as well. That's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, and he's definitely going to be, I think he's going to be human presenting, I should say, because, you know, being the disembodied, like, it's kind of hard to be, like, considered human, I guess.
Yeah.
I wanted, like I said, something that was kind of like a permanent scar, probably across his face that he tries to hide some kind of way. That would always be present, and I would really like his eye to like be kind of a giveaway if anyone actually like saw his eye.
Yeah.
Like, bright purple or something.
Yeah.
So one of the names that they list under the individualist models, Dr. Harleen Quinzel.
Individuals? Well, I guess before she's.
I mean, after she gets over the Joker, she's really like that's gonna be what I want to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I also looked at like the disregarded archetype as, you know, society doesn't care about him, so he's okay with, you know, whoever is going to pay him the highest for that info as well. So.
Okay. I have a few factions in mind that may want to, that may contact you with a campaign.
That's fine.
And with me being a source of components that gives you inputs to my character too.
Yeah.
Voice.
Do you know what archetype you're looking at? You said individuals?
Yeah. And I think my character has to have a journal where she's keeping track of every animal she hears about and what she can pull off of it.
Ooh, yeah, that's cool. Especially if you want to be like more intellectual type, like scientist, researcher.
Just because I want to collect them all. It's more of a
Oh, okay.
Pokemon. Like, it'll be cool to sell the components, but it's also like, I want a little check mark next to every one of them.
Hey, I like that. I like that a lot. It's just for me.
I was also definitely going to have like a certain type of like mask that like covered like the scar that he used. I would really like it to be like ingrained or possibly made of some type of metal, like a copper or something, just because like it's more magical. Might hide the scar better or whatever in public. I don't know. I mean,
That could help. That could definitely work. You guys thought of what an advanced background you're looking into?
advanced backgrounds or what page?
Campaign guide. Before page 111, that's the I should say.
Oh, 70.
70? It's a lot. It's a lot. You don't have to look at the talents yet, but as long as you.
This is transformations. Am I in the wrong thing? Campaign?
Campaign event.
What page?
7.
Advanced backgrounds?
Yeah.
I think the book pages may be different from the
They were
visual slide
close.
pages.
It says becoming a vampire.
They were close enough.
Advanced backgrounds, I found it.
There you go. Go for like 2 or 3 pages.
Yeah, the player's guide was pretty close with the PDF, but this one seems to be off by like 4 or 5 pages.
Proficiency.
And I think the player's guide also has a few backgrounds as well. To make it a little harder.
Have you noticed that the page feels different on the places where like it's got the painting?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that.
I turned the page and was like, ooh.
You know, it's probably a laser jet process.
Just feel like here versus here.
Yeah, laser jet process.
So they have more advanced backgrounds in the player's guide.
Oh.
But it's not as much as there. Like they have the main ones there, but this one has the
I
popper.
remember reading about these and being hyped for them too. Which one did I want?
Physician could be good when doing plague doctor.
Awesome.
I definitely don't want to risk rats.
No. There you go. You said risk what?
I said I do not want to risk rats.
That or noble. Yeah, fuck that shit.
Ooh, that's an interesting one, considering the background notes I've talked about.
Physician does sound good for me because doing the plague doctor plus all the components, it could be like a mix of herbalistic, holistic care.
Yeah, that's not really cool.
Even more reason for me to be gathering shit around me.
Yeah.
Because like my additional equipment is a bag filled with medicinal herbs, pestle, mortar, bandages, needle and thread, jar of leeches. Yes, jar of leeches.
Jar of leeches. Every physician needs one.
I'm gonna leech everything. I'm like, you're bleeding out when we put a leech on your forehead.
You have a bleeding condition. Let me put a leech.
What's that? You're passing out when you put a leech on you?
If you were high enough on your medicine check, it'll work.
Mm-hmm. What's that? You're fainting? Leech. Have you tried a leech?
Hilarious. Ooh.
Alright. I'm going to change these sheets where it says experience. I'm going to change it to level.
Yeah.
Because we're not using experience.
No.
So.
Oops, no, not that far.
Alright. Position.
So in the player's guide, they have like the popper, pit fighter.
That needs to be a firefighter.
No, they have the popper, the clan member. Doesn't sound good. Yeah, they added the popper and the clan member like you're from Malika. And they have extra talents added here for this one too.
Awesome.
Were you saying that? Were you saying something? Sure, you can look into it.
I'm thinking maybe Shalom.
Oh, nice.
Well, would that be part of Colonel?
At rate 2.
No,
I get
Charlotte.
a medical clinic known as Chop Shop.
That's awesome.
Ooh, and up to half a dozen apprentices who follow your commands, assist you where possible, and inspire to become surgeons themselves.
Yeah, and that's really interesting coming from the Laneshi, because if you look into Laneshi, the Laneshi lore, they basically have their own kingdom underwater, and they have their own king, who's also mysterious as well. And people don't really look too favorably on the Laneshi because they have other inherent ties with necromancy.
Yeah. Well, in plague doctors, they often wear a mask to protect them from all the plagues and shit that they're around.
Yeah.
So that would hide some of my Laneshi features.
Oh, one thing, if we're starting in Astoria, you said you would have come from this Compass C, right?
Yeah, possibly.
So, what
Although
if there's-
looking, I could have come from either side, really, any of them.
But Lasik, I didn't really plan on like going there, but if you're gonna be a plague doctor,
Yeah.
you may want to have like one of your goals going to Lasik.
Yeah, when you mentioned it, I was like, check.
There may be another Laneshi King over here, because you know there's not really rules of water. Like there's not too many borders. Just the land. So I don't know. Yeah, you may want to. That may be like one of like your goals to go to Lasik and study the weeping pox, because the weeping pox is one of the epidemics going on in this world.
Yeah. Whenever you mentioned that there was the plague there, I definitely wanted to go, and wanting to check out everything ties both into the individualistic as well as the wanting to get samples from every single creature.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So in this game, humans are basically everywhere. Halflings are kind of subordinate to humans. They didn't fight back during the expansion. Dragonborn are usually kept here. They don't have their gods don't answer them, so they join the cause of the Arcanist Inquisition. So you may be finding a lot of Dragonborn, because they're actually the most zealous
That makes sense.
Arcanists. Yeah.
Like, historically, they have been in most.
Yeah. They're very zealous. They hate magic. They hate arcane magic, really. Yeah.
Everything hates me.
Yes, exactly. The elves are pretty much here. The dwarves and gnomes are pretty much here. Has much bullshit for.
Well, I figure if I'm in that particular lake,
Oh, half-orcs are in north. There you go.
that makes sense.
Yeah, they're right.
But because that lake seems to have waterway access to nearly everything. Like, it may take me longer to get around places. And I can travel on land, but I'm probably going to want to be close to the water at all times.
We'll see how you may have managed to slip by the guards, or like the forces. Yeah, that'll work.
I mean, if it's water, I can just go underwater.
That's fair. A lot of these towns will have like gates.
Yeah.
And we'll see. I'm not sure how far west we're gonna be starting. How far west Australia, but somewhere around here.
And that's part of why I picked that particular lake there in the center, because it does have a direct access to the Great Eastern Sea.
Yeah. And
I could wander back and forth up and down that river.
Yeah.
So, and I would just like mostly kind of have that water as like home base kind of.
Yeah. That'd be cool. One other thing to note about Maspoya in the water is this is like a secret place, like a secret island with like a wall of mist surrounds it, so no one can really get into this island. There's a lot of mist here, and there's like the Bjork Empire has like a, what do you call it? Like not a wall, blockade of ships in this area, but they're being kept back by something in this area. But they have like their naval ships over here in this area as well.
I wonder what no stands for.
What?
No, you know what I mean?
New.
Oh, new Astoria.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I do know. Soma.
I'm totally doing Vagabond.
Oh, yeah?
Vagabond.
Vagabonds. Those paupers who choose to leave their past behind and take the open road are known as vagabonds. Some do so in attempt to flee whatever painful memories caused their descent into poverty, while others hold out hope of starting a new life in another city.
Oh.
So,
To go the Pauper route?
huh?
You going the Pauper route? Is that
It's-
Pauper, or is that still in Charlottesville?
It's like a pauper, except it's you are more mobile. It's a nomadic kind of.
Oh, I mean, is it in the Pauper archetype, the Pauper section?
It's in the pauper section. Yes.
Cool.
Cool. And do you know what part of the Bajoraki may be from? Like what province?
It would be whatever the biggest city is. I don't know what that is right now.
Oh, the biggest city will be Altenheim.
Altenheim?
What is it called? Hold on. Yeah, Altenheim is the capital. It's where all your clerics and drug addicts live, basically.
Oh yeah, I know every single one of them junkies.
Me
We're the
too.
same. Altenheim is like the biggest city in this world, like in Empress. So you have connections there. That would be cool. It's basically
I'd be street hustling people for misfortunes, is what I'd be doing there.
yeah. I think it's kind of like London, I guess. Like way or like Rome.
It's more like Liverpool from geography.
I didn't
Sorry, my guy, I can't help it. I can't turn it off.
never change that. I was hoping if there was a name for that water area, but it doesn't appear to have it.
It's a golden eyes one?
Yeah.
We can make something.
Yeah.
Looks like a lake to
Do you
be
have an idea for a name?
I actually called it a sea.
This is a sea?
That's a lake. There'd be a lake.
I don't know. I know that seas are.
It's pretty big lake too.
And then you got two lakes being connected. That's a bayou.
It might actually be somewhat swampy between the two.
Oh, this is swamp. This is a little swampy, but this is like the mire. This is like super swamp over here.
Got the bayous.
It's like New Orleans over here. All
Oh no.
Mm.
Oh no, that's more like Homa.
Oh,
We lost him.
yeah. Zaxxon came out.
It's more like Homa. New Orleans is not swampy. Homa is swampy.
Oh goodness.
What do you describe New Orleans as?
Not swampy. Wet lands? Marsh?
No, New Orleans is a city. It's a sinkhole. It's literally a
It isn't
sinkhole.
much different. We're built on nothing but clay.
It's worse in New Orleans. It's way worse.
Oh, I'm not down.
Isn't New Orleans like sinking?
It loses a couple centimeters a year.
That is horrible. Why did you live there?
You know,
Because they were told not to.
in a couple of years, they probably won't be because I don't want to get into politics or anything, but no one's going to be able to get any insurance policies there eventually.
They're having a similar problem in California.
Oh, it's bad in New Orleans.
Well, I'm talking about there for flooding, but California for the fires.
No. I can't buy a homeowner's policy. I own a home in New Orleans. I can't buy a homeowner's policy. I can't buy a homeowner's policy in New Orleans. It's bad. All of the insurance companies have pulled out. The insurance infrastructure has gone after all the hurricanes.
Jesus.
But guys,
Yeah, that makes sense. Any business that's in business to simply make money does not actually care about the people.
but guys, it's the drugs that are the problem. Not the guns. Not the guns that kill people every day in that city. Not any of the ones.
I'm not even getting into it. There was another
Forget
shooting
the fact
in
that people that a Kia,
D&D.
forget the fact that a Kia is stolen every hour.
Hi, honey. I'm filming. What's up?
What kind of film?
Wow,
I have no idea since I'm not home. I probably just messaged me. I do not think it was fixed. They called me and said as I was leaving to pick Matt up, they were like, "We can't get into the apartment." I was like, "Yeah, because no one's home." He goes, "Well, we can't find the key." I was like, "Okay." So I think they're gonna have to come back first thing in the morning. So. Maybe. We can discuss it when I get home though. Message me with where you're going. Oh, okay. Then I will. Yeah. And I'm gonna stop and get gas on the way home since I got Matt with me. All right, I will talk to you later. Love you back.
Can I have an animal companion? I want a weasel.
Say you wanted a weasel?
This apartment does not have great soundproofing.
My house doesn't have any type of great soundproofing either.
Anything with wood floors, or in this case, marble, glass, something.
This is
Not marble.
probably tile.
Yeah, it's faux marble. But yeah, no soundproofing.
I'll also accept the skunk as my animal companion.
You gotta put it on your character, man. Ooh, you should have a second. You should have a
Character
second.
wish list?
No,
Can I fill out my wish list for my character?
I was saying put it on the podium of your character, but you should have a separate one. You can move it around separate in combat.
Animal companion wish list. Number 1, weasel. Number 2, skunk. Number 3, zebra.
Okay,
Zebra.
so for my
You
NPC,
can't ride a zebra. He's got to be a companion.
you can
can't
totally ride a zebra.
No, you can't tame them and be ridden. This is human facts. So therefore, like, maybe in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, I can have a high enough animal handling stat to like tame the zebra or ride it.
You can
But
totally
if I'm
tame
going to the
Take expertise.
But if I'm going into the realm of that shouldn't exist, I'm going big and I'm not going home. I'm going for the bear mounts.
You can totally ride a zebra, and if you say you can't, well, that's why you
But
can't.
that's when you be like, I want to ride a grizzly bear, and so you get a grizzly and a polar bear to
Oh
have
my
a baby. It's a grizzly bear. It's a real thing that really exists.
Are you talking about the combination of
No.
the polar bear and the
Grizzly.
grizzlies?
Yes, it's called a pizzly.
I don't think that's what I saw it. I could be wrong. No, it's an actual thing. Polar bears are migrating south because
Yeah.
their ship disappearing.
Yeah.
Grizzly, polar bear, Harley. Pizzly.
Oh God, it is close to I don't know why I thought it was because I've
Look
seen
at
it.
him, he's cute. He's
That one's gorgeous.
he's like cream in his coffee. It's like
And see, there's some.
It's
it's
pretty
like he's
one.
got cream in his coffee. It's all
Oh, wow, interesting.
it's a pizzly bag.
Well,
Okay, so I was
Yo,
thinking.
we were hiking in Colorado, and our friend Carmen was like, "Yo, don't forget the bear mace before you go out on the
Oh my
trail." So I
God.
was like, "Oh gosh, great."
I'm thinking a primary NPC in Crowston for like trading healer stuff.
okay.
But I could also see having like some sort of contact in Ribbon, Lunsk, and Followheart.
Hold on.
Followheart.
Ribbon.
Mhm.
You said lungs
Uh-huh.
and
Followheart.
hollow heart. I don't want you to have gone this far yet. If I'm being honest.
So
Not yet.
Maybe we meet someone on like midway. Because like looking at where my
Or they travel to hollow heart and say, hey, I'll do this.
Yeah.
You got a letter or something.
I'm just saying, like, because I am in that water so close to the gray spire.
Yeah, I like the close ribbon lungs idea. Ribbon, yeah, ribbon makes sense for you.
And I'm thinking each one would have different specialties that they want, based on like some of them would like Lunsk might want more stuff, maybe not. Crowsman would definitely want stuff from like undersea.
Yeah.
But the other two might want stuff that's more found like further inland.
Also, keep in mind, I also want to let you know, make sure you read up about the lore. We have only the story of lore. Because also, I do want to let you know that Soma and Soma this is a vampire-owned territory. They don't like spellcasters either, unless you're one of them.
Well, I guess I'll just be careful going through there.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, isn't? Oh,
I think that's.
go.
I have questions about vampirism, but like I'll get to that in a second because that doesn't necessarily pertain to me because I don't know. Burok, Altenheim, I've determined that's where I'm going to be. Is that the capital?
Yeah.
Okay. In Asturian Empire, do they have a capital city?
Right here.
New Astoria.
But Castleor is there. Castleor is the capital of Revo, but in general, Nova Scotia is the capital.
Okay.
But they are complete rivals. This is where you're. So Altenheim is completely run by the religion, by the clerics, by the what is it called the Hearth Keepers, which are basically the ones that run the kingdom. Like they basically keep the what do you call it, the bloodline intact for the king.
And where would we be likely starting? Do we know?
In this area, maybe Crow's Bend, or maybe like in this general area.
Okay. So
Maybe west, middle, western.
yeah, I'm just looking at like my route for where I'd be going for information because I would assume I would be going from capital to capital.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
If you go to the capital of North Korea, you might not be able to leave unless being a rogue, unless you were able to like sneak past. You may have had some ties or like some runs with the Amon Syndicate, or like the Thieves Guild, who were able to smuggle you out or if you brokered a deal. Because if you go to Nova Scotia, that's where all the vampires are, and they rule that land, and it's like, oh, you're new here? Come with us.
So I'm probably just getting close enough to pass notes, is what you're saying.
Yeah, unless like you're thinking you may have like a.
What's like a good major city like in the mountain range? That's on the Estonian side.
Fallohard or Gravenstein.
Would that be more on the Europe side of the mountains?
Yes, they own this land. So basically, there's mountains here, but the Burok is always, so it's kind of hard to pass between the two because you're going to be like suspicious. People are going to suspect you, like, hey, what are you doing? The army from Unchulan is always crossing the side of battling undead and Australia soldiers in this area. Right now, there's kind of like a, what do you call it? I don't know. What do you call it? Treaty, not a treaty. What's it called?
A ceasefire?
Ceasefire. There's kind of a ceasefire at some moments, but they always like kind of goes back to like battling, not being ceasefire.
There's always small skirmishes that break out.
Yeah, basically. So the mountains are pretty dangerous, but being a rogue, I mean, not everywhere is dangerous.
Oh yeah. No, I'm looking at like what's going to be my info contact.
Yeah.
When I
So-
go through. I'm going to say follow her.
Here's a thought. I don't know if the vampires in this are keeping to the standard myth background of vampires not being able to deal with running water. But if that's true, then I could have a contact in what's that one that I said? Or no, Ribbon.
Really.
Do we have to invite them in?
But I always make them come to the water to meet me because I'm aware of the vampires and they can't deal with the water, so if they start getting too close, they just go off into the water. And I might be caught up in his web of passing notes.
Oh yeah, that's how you guys are playing.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, but that's hanging kind of heavily on if vampires have aversion or penalties with running water.
Oh, you should also probably actively not trust me all that much because like I'm just going to be like the fucking sketchiest.
Well, I don't trust anybody, but I also don't care what you're doing. Because, in the sense of that, simply because I'm more interested in collecting my Pokédex of animal things. Yeah, like vampire lore is that they're unable to swim, and in fact, in Dracula,
Well, let's say water plays something like that.
I mean, they are surrounded by it. That might be something that's kind of keeping them from taking over the entire world.
Not everyone would be a vampire. Like, so basically, you would know being in this area, and like he would know as well. It's not common knowledge, but it's like easily found out that the vampires are mostly the nobility, but not everybody's a vampire. But they basically run this part. They run Soma. Soma is one of the provinces of
Mm-hmm.
Vampires run Soma, which is like the southern Australia. Revo is run by the wizards and like some. They're basically run by wizards, but it's also they have like some factions like monster hunters, like paladins and like fighters that are like hell bent on killing all undead.
Well, Rambo's gonna love me because I wizards and components.
I think she ran very well. Yeah, because you're all the issues. I like that you know that. That's so cool. It's really cool. But yeah, if you have time, I would read up the player's guide on West Royale. Those are so freaking cool. First man, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, meow.
Yeah, that's basically West Royale.
Oh, cool.
Vampire nobility, human, minor.
I like it. I'll figure out what I'm looking at next.
This is basically what you may see. Don't do this, but
Oh,
this is basically what you may
gorgeous.
see. Yeah. The darkness just like covering the sky.
I'm in love with the artwork in this entire setup.
This is crazy. So cool. I
Makes,
love the artwork.
it makes another little gothic heart happy.
Yes, right?
Alright, so
Oh, Altenheim map is known as the City of Joy. I wonder why.
Saying it's the drugs, so yeah.
This is a scenery from Altenheim.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That dress is very Bridgerton-esque. Have you watched that?
No.
Okay.
I think I know.
It's like Regency type.
Yeah. So the player's guide also has like ideas on what dress is like in each province. Most of them. And I have a line to see this.
Okay, so it's very medieval-esque type.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have the Muppet hat as well.
I didn't answer soon enough, so he got me like chocolate. Which is nice.
You what?
I said I didn't answer fast enough, so he got me chocolate. Which is nice.
Oh.
But turn this way.
Huh?
Yeah.
No.
That's what he called for, because he's like, I'm heading home. Is the AC back on? I don't know. And no, I'm betting it's not.
Yeah.
Because they called, like I said, well, I was on my way to pick up Matt, and they were like, so we're trying to get into the apartment, and we can't locate the key. and no one's answering. And I was like, because no one's home.
That sucks.
And he was like, I said, yeah, I'm out, my husband's out, and the other person that has the key to the apartment is not home either. So they can't go home with them in. And I was like, but first thing in the morning they can come in.
Yeah.
Because I'll get up at whatever o'clock in the morning to have my AC fixed.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, right?
Yeah. Good thing we already have, we have ceiling fan in the bedroom. Oh, good thing that was empty.
Yeah.
We have ceiling fan in the bedroom, but we also have 2 other like little stand fans. So they may just both get moved. I think I've got like a little extra little portable fan as well. I may just turn the bedroom into a wind tunnel effect of cold air.
Yeah, that sounds fun. What else can you do?
Yeah. I mean, it's like when I left, it was 84 in the apartment, which the cats are playing melted cat puddles.
Avalon is one of the richest provinces in Ethers. The Silver Stream markets offer goods. Ooh. There isn't a desire or whim that can be sated in the city of joy.
Can I make my age unknown?
Yeah,
Because I
sure.
forgot. Because I got hit in the head too many times, I forgot.
Yeah, being transported and like permanently caught between 2 realms of existence can do that to you.
Okay, sweet.
So the disembodied were said to have been gone or like disappeared. And I think it was, we can decide how long that was, man. Because I think it can depend on every like individual person. You may have been gone for like 40 years, you could have been gone for like 200 years, you know?
I also feel like he might glitch in between like reality a little bit and like have a little bit of like a few nervous twitches. So
I like that.
I don't know if I get an animal companion, but I know that if I do, I want like a snake or something.
oh, I was totally Joshua on the animal companion, but like you should totally go for a skunk.
I'm thinking of something that's more like happy with the water, but can also manage on land.
Yo,
I was gonna say a fish, but never mind.
Right.
but
I'm not gonna handicap myself that hard.
Put your mouth all the time, can't talk.
Yo, look, you ever just grab your skunk and like throw it into a group of enemies though? I mean, shit.
My brain went somewhere else because you paused after grabbing your skunk. And I was trying to figure out where in the world this was going.
Look, this isn't gray sweatpants season.
You guys ever grab your skunk?
I mean,
Nothing else is coming after that, that's it.
look, what I do in the privacy of my bedroom is private unless you're on OnlyFans.
You know what they say, one man's junk is another man's scum.
Weird.
One man's gunk ends up in another man's trunk. Maybe.
That's where we're gonna end for tonight.
It's not.
Alright.
Okay.
Backgrounds, I need
So-
to do something. Background. I should, oh yeah, vagabond.
So I think I have like all the background stuff figured out for mine.
Mm-hmm. Now you gotta do equipment, skills.
I wrote down a journal to track all my creatures.
Go to D&D Beyond. See if you can find a Laneshi. Oh no, don't even worry about race. Choose your. Are you for sure doing wizard?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's wizard like that.
We're doing
And you gave
milestone,
me
right?
you sent me an invite to that Grim Hollow.
It should be in your campaign. So yeah, go in there before you choose your race. Actually, you may want to do your point by stats first before you do the race.
It won't let me choose my character.
See? Do it.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Can you try logging in on the browser?
Didn't you send it to me in a link?
Yes, but if you log into your D&D online, you'll be able to pull your campaigns.
Okay. Let's see if they'll relatable without putting it into the, okay, good. Yes.
Dang, I wish Josh was able to come. We're gonna have to do we're really gonna have to do like another session 0 on Discord or something.
Yeah, to kind of flesh out what he's wanting to make our connections and stuff.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe I can see if any of Josh's friends would be interested in playing the game.
Yeah. Hey, if you're in Houston, give me a holler.
Freddy was watching.
There's people watching this? Oh my gosh.
No, not yet. New player guide? Characters.
Does this help? I know it's kind of warm, right?
Yeah. It's not anywhere near as warm as my apartment was.
Oh, for what it's worth, I got back from Africa and the third floor was just not working, and that's where all of our bedrooms were.
Yeah, that's
So it was hot. So we were like, oh, that's not great. No, luckily it was just the air filters because we didn't know where to find them. Also, the air filters on our house are obscene. They're 16 by 25 by 4 inches thick.
How does that work?
The air filters in our house. Yeah, I didn't know you had to change them on the furnace because they're furnace-based filters, but like our old house, it was just like the thinnest little air filters. But yeah, you have to switch them out every 6 months. I could never find them at the new house.
Okay, so on D&D Beyond, I can't edit that character on that.
Why?
Let me reiterate, D&D Beyond. Like, they're great, but there's some limitations.
Can I see your? Can you show me?
The disembodied.
You can.
Yeah, that's on the website.
Oh yeah. What's in your on?
Yeah, it wouldn't let me do it in the app because
okay.
it's got the limitations. And I think it's because I hadn't chosen anything.
That's right.
And so maybe once I choose stuff. So you were saying which one to do first?
Point by stats.
Okay.
Okay, so
These are the things off intelligence. Good to know.
so we
Do you
have
want to be optimized or do you want to be player?
Can we do a mix?
Sure. I would say you should have intelligence. You should choose a 15 in intelligence, and either afterwards do Dex or Con, but it's all up to you. You just basically want intelligence.
Okay.
So for D&D Beyond, I'm putting in Common and Celestial, but I understand that those languages do not exist. They're just
Placeholders.
something there to be placeholder.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if they have my rogue in here. I don't know if I could even pick that until level 3, so it doesn't matter. We're level 1. Are we starting level 1?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're level 1 all the way to level 20. That's my hope anyway.
Alright. Hit points.
How
How am I
it's
supposed to
always
do
the
this?
same at level 1.
Yeah, it's always max. Why am I okay, we are doing
So go do your point by attributes first. Yeah.
Alright, let's see. I don't need a lot of strength.
So I maxed out intelligence and constitution.
You max out Con?
Because if I'm a plague doctor, I want that extra like.
Just keep in mind with point by, the higher you go, the higher you go, the less points, kind of like it's a little it's like a multiplier, the less points you have for your other stats.
Yep. Yeah, I've already sorted everything out.
Oh, what? How many eights do you have?
Okay, so I did 15 in intelligence and con.
Uh-huh.
I did 11s in strength and charisma. Dexterity is a 10 and wisdom is a 9.
10. Okay. Are you sure you want a 10 in Dex? Because wizards don't get armor. Keep that in mind.
Well, I wanted a little bit of charisma to like sell my stuff.
What's your charisma now?
11.
11? You won't get a bonus until you hit a 12.
Right.
Let me see the limit sheet real quickly.
Yeah, that's good. Like, what else? What do they add
So
to?
you're the mystic, right?
Yes.
So you will get your strength and wisdom increased by 1
Okay.
in general.
So that would make my strength a 12, my wisdom a 10, which would give me a bonus on both of them.
Yes. Also, Laneshi mystics get, so your wisdom will increase by 2 instead of 1.
Okay, then I could lower my wisdom by 1 more.
Exactly.
And I could put.
I would recommend to get your dexterity up because you can't wear armor or shield, but you can cast mage armor. But then again, mage armor is still based off of it only lasts 8 hours. You only get your spells back on a long rest, which is 36 hours.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be sitting at a 10 armor class and you'll be very easy.
The theory is to not be like my old fighter and be on the front lines.
So, you get 1 to your strength and 2 to your wisdom. But, you can always use the Tasha's variance instead of saying, hey, I don't want to point the strength. I'll allow you to change that. So the point by it is for a reference because in D&D and Beyond, you can find a lesson there like this, but you can't change your stuff. You can't say, oh, I don't want strength. I'm going to put it into somewhere else.
Mm.
You can't do that because it's an unofficial race. But you can kind of mix around. You can kind of mix your point by around in D&D and Beyond. Add your 2 to 1 score, any score, and add your 1 to any score. And then when you're done, you can kind of just, it's a little word. Choose a Lameshi race, kind of subtract, okay, so my point by is like 10 in wisdom, but I get the 2 in wisdom, but I'm only putting the 2 into intelligence. So I'm going to put an 8 in my wisdom on point by, and you beyond, but you write down your favorite also.
I would probably need help with that because numbers are not accurate.
I'm sorry, that makes sense. I had to do that. Okay. So.
That's why I was like, I'm gonna need help writing this shit down.
Can I see scores?
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna take this off so it starts tilting.
I would recommend instead of the 2 wisdom, put your 2 in intelligence. So instead you will have 17 intelligence. That's very good as a wizard.
Yeah.
Very useful. You won't get a bonus for 17 until you get to level 4 where you can use it to 18.
I mean, it's already got a really good bonus.
Yeah, it's like you start off with a stack of 3 plus 3.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you want strength? Do you want to be like more athletic?
I want to be able to carry these components around. That's my concern.
Even if you have an 8 strength, you can still carry up to 120.
Okay. So we can drop a point of strength as well if we need to.
I would definitely
So
recommend to have at least 12 in your dex there.
Okay. So let's make the dex. Yeah. Okay, so dex is 12.
Your constitution is at 15 right now. Do you want to eventually boost your constitution up to 16? So, because you're a spellcaster, your concentration is important in this game as like more than before. With spellcaster, you can either take resilient constitution in the future or get warcaster eventually, but you don't need to boost your con. So you can either keep it as a 15 or keep it 16, or keep it as a 15. Eventually kind of take a resilient con in the future, or put your 1 plus 1 to con, make it 16, that way you start with a plus 3 con.
I think I definitely want to get resilient later. I know that as a plague doctor, I'm going to be in contact with, in theory, the story behind the plague doctors is they were the ones that were up close with the plague victims, so I need to be a little bit stronger in terms of resisting whatever diseases I may come across, which is my theory. To give a little bit more of a storytelling flow.
So the earliest you'll be able to take, because wizards don't get proficiency in con, the well, you can take resilience at level 4, which you can take a 15, like an odd number, in con now. That way you boost it at level 4 to 16. But you're also giving up the chance to boost your intelligence up at that time.
Yeah. I would rather boost my intelligence as I get there, because that would give me an extra bonus as well.
Yeah, but you either wait till level 8 for your con or intelligence or proficiency in your con saves, because as a wizard you don't get that. That's a tough choice.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you can just take a 16 now
Mhm.
and then say, hey, maybe in the future I want to get my con up to get proficiency in my saves. Because if you get your intelligence up first, you can do at level 8 you can do con, resilience con. But you wait the whole 8 like 7 levels.
Yeah, I think I want my intelligence to go up to 18 first. So whatever we need to do to make that work.
Yeah, keep it 17 then. That would be the best. Keep your 17 because you can't rate higher anyway.
Right.
So
that would make my constitution 14-ish?
No, it's still 15 if you want. Unless you want to put your second, so you have a +2, +1.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want to put the +1?
Well, I can read it again. Weird skills I taught myself.
Do you want the +3 to your con saves at level 1? Or do you want to wait till level 8 to get +3 to your con saves, plus your proficiency if you take resilience? You don't have to, that's just
I think I do want to take resilient. So I think like that's on the path that I'm going to choose.
Okay, well let me ask you this. Do you care about your root?
Not really.
Okay, because you get saved as a wizard, you get saved in wisdom, so that'll help balance your wisdom saves. Do you care about your strength? Do you want to keep it?
I mean, we can drop on strength. That would make sense for a wizard.
So 9 range.
What's the 8?
Okay. So now you have 2 extra points. What about your charisma? Do you want a 12 in charisma?
I think I do. Trying to get a little bonus for selling my stuff.
Get a +1 to things. You have 1 extra point
Um,
before your racial bonus.
Yeah. We want to stick that in wisdom? That wouldn't help me there.
Oh.
It wouldn't necessarily help me hugely anywhere, I don't think.
No, it won't. It'll be a future investment.
I think putting it in wisdom would help.
For the future?
Yeah, but plus, I may be an individualist and I may just be like, but I think I still have to be able to learn from my mistakes. And I think that's kind of more, wisdom is more apt.
Yeah, you may have to, if this is like going to be like one of your last scores you invest in, you may have to wait until level 12.
Yeah.
If you decide to go with the resilience con. So do you want to put the +1 to your constitution or anything else?
Wisdom is currently at 9. If I put the 1 into wisdom, it would round it up and give me a bonus.
Bonuses are in 7.
Yeah. I think that'd be the better idea.
Okay.
So that'll make that a 10.
I'm so squishy. That's not good.
Like, I'm so confused because Shar was like, rawr.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like,
Char.
don't hit me.
Okay, so in this situation, at level 4, you can take an ASI, intelligence, and constitution. But then you would be sacrificing not being able to defeat at level 4 until you get happy.
would say that's good. If you're keeping your con and intelligence leaves room for, if you decide like, because you're gonna have like quite a few sessions before you get to level 4, you may just decide, oh, I'm gonna take a half beat and just do intelligence, or you may say, I'm fucking dying. I need my con up and I need my intelligence up, so I'm just gonna take it aside.
Yeah.
Or you may decide your con is worth more of your concentration, so you may just take resilience con at 4 and then get your 2 minutes up.
Yeah, because right now my intelligence is really nice. With the 17.
Yeah.
So I think that will help me a lot in terms of one, like being able to do the spells and whatnot.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely good. Achievement stat, honestly.
And I'm perfectly fine with having a +0 and a -1. So it's just more stuff to work with.
Yeah.
Okay, so now.
And I think like the less, like lower wisdom into resilience kind of makes sense. Like you're smart, but you're a little aloof, and you're like, you don't, your curiosity may be like maybe your curiosity gets the better of you. You're like, oh, I want to collect this, you know. Kind of like leave your common sense behind. Maybe I shouldn't touch it. Like, yeah, like the risk's still worth it.
Yeah, and I think too, like most of the time, my charisma is only going to come into play. Like I don't care how I interact with regular people.
Yeah.
I'm going to care about maybe getting an extra gold coin for this component piece or whatever.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
It's like really smart people only seem to be able to focus into one section. We have a friend my husband was telling me about. He is going to give him a class on that will count towards his night training for the standard exam on how to build a shield. But all he's actually showing him is how to put the strap on the back of it so that there's a short strap that goes around your forearm and a longer strap that you use to carry it over your shoulder. And I was like, you're telling me this dude can pull apart a car, put it back together, but can't look at the back of the shield and see how it's constructed? Because it's a strap that's folded and set in place with 4 bolts. And he goes, nope, can't do it. And I was like,
Specialist.
yes, and that's actually something I noticed with like one of my exes. He's really smart in this section, but like some basic common sense just does not carry over. And I'm just like, well, he stabbed himself that direction.
Yeah. Well, that's which is not bad.
No, it's
Really cool. That's awesome.
12, 15.
As if we have a choice as people. What am I talking about?
I mean, we kind of do.
That's fair.
In the sense that we study things,
Yeah.
or we do like physical activity to build our strength. We can also work on reflex skills.
That's fair. That's very fair.
And we also have inherent limitations because you can work on your strength all you want, but if your genetics are a certain way, you may never get past a certain point. You may just plateau.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay, y'all.
What are we looking at now?
What you got, man?
Stats, man.
Yeah. Show me what you got, stats.
What is this?
Stupid bug in his face, man.
No, I think it's what you wrote.
Mr. Quinn. Mr. Quinn and Vala.
Mm-hmm.
Strength. Okay, low strength. We need
Low
Josh to do the strength.
We're gonna be a weak boy. He is.
You have a 10 con?
Oh, yeah.
Please, Josh, protect us.
Okay, good intelligence. Oh, nice charisma.
I play rogues high charisma. Like they are stabby cannons that are made of glass. I went 10 con. I do not care.
Okay. But hold on.
But
Wait.
what's he looking at?
Oh.
He's going scope something. He's going try and make sure I didn't fuck up.
Nope. Not what I'm looking. I can't show you at all.
Ooh, super stealthy.
He's got something to help me with my con.
I hope
The
so.
camera can see what I'm doing.
Yeah, in theory.
Yeah.
The camera's like, it's like, I see white pages.
I see white people.
Me too.
Yeah, you see two, he sees one.
Damn.
Hold on.
I don't see myself. You can't see me. No, John Cena.
No, you're
I got it. Sorry, but I was focusing on it.
Some of that is we're all over the place here. He's trying to nerf my stats, guys.
Not at all.
He doesn't like what I wrote.
I don't know what
He gives me point by. It's still not good enough. He's like, you need less decks.
He's right. You don't like what he wrote.
You still need less decks.
Can't be having this shit.
What is this?
Okay.
What is this?
So in terms of mine, I'm okay to hit next, right?
Yeah.
I have no idea what I probably fucked something.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. I don't think it's like that.
Damn. I guess Apple TV did get canceled.
Yours or in general?
Yes. Mine.
Oh,
Oh.
I wanted it to happen.
okay.
I only got it so that I could watch the Tetris machine.
Fair.
Why don't you put this in? You should like make it consistent. Whatever. Okay, there you go.
The only bonus with PDS is you can do control F and find things.
Yeah, but like you can't do that in real life.
Not yet.
Those Google glasses when you need them.
Still in testing phase?
No, they bombed.
Okay, cool.
That makes sense.
Cool.
Cool.
You have thieves tools times 2. Does that mean you're expert?
Or do you just have 2 pair?
Oh, that was because. Hold on, let me go over here.
Oh, both of you are gonna be smart in Arcana.
Well, that's because I'm a disembodied.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so, but Rogue gets expertise at first level to choose your proficiencies or one of your skill proficiencies and your proficiency with Thieves Tools, and your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses either of those chosen proficiencies. I chose Perception and Thieves Tools.
Oh, so that's why you got a +6 in
Yes.
perception. And you have a +7 in these two, right?
I didn't add any equipment onto my character yet, so I think it would be a +7. I haven't mapped that out, and you know, D&D Beyond is eventually going to do it for me.
Well, I just beat it.
Look, man, I'm playing the long game here. I'm playing the long game here, man. I can't be.
Yeah, maybe one of your journeys could be finding something to beat that up. That's fun though. That's fun.
Look, I play rogues as a rogue. I don't try and like beef them up, and you're not gonna get like an annoying ass, hard to kill fucking punchy boy this go around. You're getting a rogue. You're
I
getting
imagine playing like
you're getting a known
opposite characters.
you're getting a known quantity, man. You're getting a rogue.
Interesting.
That being said, I'm gonna stab, and I'm gonna stab extremely well.
Oh yeah, you should. Last 10 all the way.
Yeah.
So I gotta add in the stuff for the background.
Yeah, that's solid.
There we go.
Did you add your class? Did you add your background proficiency yet? Your background?
Well, I haven't gotten that into D&D Beyond, but I have that.
And you're a paper on me, right?
Oh, hold on. There's probably stuff I should probably tap on there.
Okay, I'm gonna write the equipment down.
Vagabond. Let's see here. There you go. Vagabond. My proficiency is insight. And that would bring my insight up to +4. Oh. So +2, +4, yeah, that makes sense. +2, +4. A +4 insight? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, they're nasty and juicy.
Yeah,
Um,
learned that.
Yo,
or some bleach jagger drinks all at the same time.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
yo. Anti-Franny Fly Punch. I get it on Amazon. It's really legit stuff. Hold on, I'm gonna link you.
This session 0 is not sponsored by Auntie Franny's Fly.
Or Amazon, or Monster, or
And
really,
Fanny's
or
Fly
Club Hollow.
Punch.
Although, go spend money on their stuff.
Yes.
I can't
Although
talk.
I recommend the PUDS because the shipping is pretty expensive from Australia.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was just thinking that if I'm in a water area and I'm really close to like swampy area, a jar of leeches, super easy to replenish.
Oh yeah, definitely. But if you're in the valley, then you might run out. You can make ice leeches. Snow leeches. That could be a personal quest. I don't know.
How many variants of leech can I make?
I just.
Only you know. Find out.
Oh,
in the
New
next
Orleans. Oh, New Orleans. Oh, New Orleans.
Ew!
Oh, New Orleans.
Let's see.
Oh, New Orleans.
Well, in theory.
What happened?
It's
Oh, it says the same thing here.
85 degrees outside. Feels like 95.
Whereas here it's 86 here in Houston, and it says feels like 96. It feels like 10 degrees higher in both places, just because of the humidity.
All I know is that earlier in the day it was 101 and it was gross.
The humidity is 72%. That's fine. At least here, I don't know about there.
New Orleans, like 94.
I don't like look up New Orleans on a regular basis.
It's hot and oppressive.
I barely look at where my dad lives, mostly because I'm just like, oh, I hate you. Well, I don't hate my dad, I love him, but where he lives is great weather and I'm jealous. I want nice weather. I'm gonna have to copy some of this, like, and put it in.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Oh, I've got to go to my character because the disembodied are going to be so rude.
Ooh.
What's your Twitch? How do people find you on Twitch?
Oh, Twitch, this one is Shadowbird. SHADOWBYRD.
Any capital?
I
It's a
don't
bird.
think so. Let me see if I can. It might be the last thing I copied. Maybe not. There we go.
Oh, yeah. I weigh only a quarter of my original weight.
I mean, I love it, but you know.
It's going to be great.
I
I'm
hate
only going to weigh a quarter of my original weight. So, like, I may weigh, like, gosh, if
Oh,
I,
maybe good for traps.
I can walk on regular traps, but, like,
He walks across. He's like, "There's no pressure.
there's
And I
no
walk
traps
across, I'm like,
here, guys.
So, my medical diagnosis says upon spending an hour examining a creature and succeeding on a medium DC wisdom for medicine, you can find the exact cause of the creature's illness, injury, or death. Additionally, you become aware of how to cure the ailment if a non-magical cure exists. Does not include magical diseases such as the contagion spell or the whooping pox.
My character will weigh 45
That's good.
pounds.
Now it's natural. I do that. That's good.
So I start out as rank 1, right? So
Of course.
you might be like, no, rank 0, you have to earn it.
skills?
Not yet. I've been working through it, I think. I might have gotten distracted along the way.
I'm also a manager and by the time stop yet.
I do get a copy of the medical codex clauses and cures.
Ooh, like that. You can tell me what's in there. Fly punch, there you go. Fruit fly trap.
It actually really works. I
I
put that
mean-
stuff.
Yeah, put it up, but then also like make sure you get all your drains at the same time.
I put that stuff next to my compost, my desktop compost bin in my kitchen, and it does not get any flies.
Hey, that's awesome.
I have an
It
additional
really kicks ass.
That's good. Yeah, the problem.
Yeah, mine isn't fruit flies. Mine is actually connected to the litter boxes. So. Working on it. Apparently, so I can complete a variety of surgeries successfully and be considered proficient by a mentor who has obtained the rank of barber surgeon to get rank 2.
Yeah, and all these ranks are also kind of level capped as well. Same thing for the transformations, it's like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. You see, it doesn't say that in there, it says like the dungeon, the DM's like tool and DM advice area that can't be there.
It does say I get lodging near the medical clinic, hospital, or infirmary where I work. I mean, maybe once.
I'm pretty happy with that sheet because I was thinking of like, I was kind of thinking of some ways of like how to bring the mission into the game, like add the faction of it all.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so this doesn't tell me of skill proficiency. So under physician, it says skill proficiency medicine. Do I put which of these would I choose if I'm adding in this physician background?
You tell me.
Well, it just says skill proficiency medicine.
Is it tools?
Yes.
Where's physician? Oh, where's scholar? It's scholar. Or academic. Isn't that good? Well, you're an academic.
No. Because
Backgrounds?
physician is
Physician.
its own thing.
Physician is under academic.
Oh.
So you would choose some arcana, history, investigation, medicine, nature, religion, and then you choose one from physician. Or it gives you medicine.
Medicine. Okay, so I would knock off medicine.
You get one standard country language, you want exotic like celestial
Nature.
or
Nature.
the bottle. Nature will help a lot for salvage as well.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think of arcana for the wizard skills?
Yeah. Not yet.
Is the second page only for your?
Yes.
Okay.
I love it. I didn't edit the sheet at all. I just printed out all 4 sheets because I didn't know what people were going to do.
Oh, you don't get any tools. Not really. You do get some. So
Yeah.
2 skills and 2 languages. Oh, cool. Because you can do one.
Yeah, I'm just building it in.
Hey.
So the academic, I would take nature for sure. Also investigation.
Do you have enough for that?
Well, it says 2 skill proficiencies, right?
Choose one.
Oh, okay. Then nature is the one I'm choosing.
Well, you might be able to take investigation for wizard.
Yeah.
Did you choose the other?
I don't know. I'm still on the creating my background.
Oh, okay. You get investigation.
I kind of have to like figure out like a backstory.
I think I accidentally did my body.
I kind of have like an idea of what I do. So.
Okay, so
You guys can write me like a loose, like not too tight of a backstory, but if there's only 2 of you, feel free to write me like old age.
I think I vaguely like already built mine out.
What are like
Hmm.
so like I know there's a lot of like drugs and stuff, and like people that are drug addled are probably super easy for me to like
You wanna know about drugs?
mooch at info off of. I do want to know what are the popular drugs?
Dreams leave.
Drink sleeve,
Dreams leave.
dream sleeve,
Powder.
dreams.
Powder or a potion.
Okay. User base, humans, or
Humans.
is there like a lot of downcasts in like that area seen as well?
Yes, but downcasts typically try not to reveal themselves. But they're a little more safer in Abilene in your province. Especially
Because divine magic.
yeah, but safer is relatively safe.
Because if it's a dragonborn that finds them,
No, a Dragonborn wouldn't mind them. A Dragonborn would actually
because they're divine
yeah.
or former divine.
But yeah, we'll just keep it like that.
Okay.
You could probably do some investigations and that's yeah. So there'll be some downcasts, especially in Abilene.
So human, downcast. Any other type of user base I would see, or is it just mostly humans wasting their base?
Yeah, so Dreamsy basically allows you to, for 1 hour, live out your fantasies in like the euphoric state. So you get to live out like your best life, and then you crash, come back to reality. Then you become addicted.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I could see that being kind of like cocaine. One hit, you're done.
yeah, basically that. Especially powders. I think it's supposed to be like the fantasy cocaine because it's also powder.
I should probably look up what we can say those words on YouTube.
Oh right,
We'll worry about it later.
Cobain. Coca-Cola.
It's like the wacky tobacco.
There you go.
So, this custom background for physician, did you say 2 skills and 2 languages? Okay.
Well, position will you get one for being academic.
Mhm.
You get one for being position.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's two. Yeah, just this one. Yeah.
Because the other ones added tools, and I was like, I don't want that. So one was.
Little old dwarves in Rowland, some in Altenheim, but it's mostly humans, halflings, some downcast.
Some dwarves. Okay.
Yeah, it's like 80% human, 12% halfling, like it's like 15% other races, really.
Okay.
Or 20% other races.
Not a very diverse.
And that's the whole world, is the whole continent. Yeah, you'll if you go back to like when you're trying to read, you can read all like the lore. Everyone basically hates humans because they killed everyone. But then humans are like, hey, that was 300 years ago, guys. 500 years ago, forget about it. And those are like, that was like when I was a baby. I'm not gonna forget about it.
So the humans are like the British Empire.
Yeah. Yeah, the elves and dwarves are like, no, that was in my lifetime. You guys suck.
Okay, so when we were doing my stuff, did we count down, because it says when Nash get an ability, a strength score increase, and a wisdom, did we count that in when we were doing our numbers?
Mhm. You're just gonna have to like miss it on. Well,
Yeah.
actually, when you go back to D&D Beyond, you can actually delete your roll stats and just enter it manually without or account for the bonuses basically as well.
So it doesn't have in here the Nashi.
No, it doesn't. You're not gonna. Yeah, you won't find it. So what I would say is, I'm an Assassin. You can just choose. This is from like the bottom amount. Yeah, you can just pretend like that's whatever.
I'm writing it on here just to be sure.
You can just get out from that shit.
But it Nashi and one other. Based on where.
That'd be your race, actually.
Well, I'm also like I was choosing
Let me
the
choose.
extra languages that I learned, so I didn't want to choose stuff that I would have already gotten.
Oh, okay, yeah. For sure. Okay, my bad.
No worries. So Laneshi gives me Laneshi and one other. And then my two that I chose gives me Laneshi isn't doing anything.
I'm gonna add a sheet for your race, okay?
Cool. So I don't want Abenessian there.
I have to get a sheet.
Is there you said that there was an Estonian language.
Okay.
That's the other one that I'm going to choose as part of being a Laneshi.
Ooh, nice. I like that.
There are firearms in this realm, right?
You mentioned earlier that the ammo was, like, bullets would be harder, would be more important to keep track of, which actually kind of makes sense because arrows, if you learned enough, you can make them on the fly. Whereas making bullets on the go, you're going to need more equipment.
Not only that, but your arrows can potentially be reused.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's no reusing bullets.
Nope. Well, there is, but a lot more involved. I'm just saying, guys.
I go pick up my bullets.
Sure. Collect your breaths, guys. Collect your breaths.
Okay, so if Laneshi and Estonian are the two that I automatically get, then I think I'm going to also pick up Virok. Since I'm so close to the
Oh, that's right. Languages. I would probably do the Bureauc Common.
and then
Languages. Language.
do the vampire have their own language? Vampire? No?
That people.
I was gonna make it my second bonus.
Nah,
Okay.
you can't do that.
What's the language? What's the common of Astoria?
Yeah.
Astoria common. I'm just gonna know the two common tongues, guys. No, nothing else.
Well, it does mean that we can communicate because I'll know both of them as well.
I figured that would be the most useful for me to know as an informant.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now I can add it because I got the Laneshi.
Oh, sweet.
No, it's not either.
I'm determined to snap on my nails off. I'm determined to do.
Oh man, MR got acrylics for the first time ever,
Oh,
and
really?
she hated them.
Yeah.
Like just absolutely despised them. She's like, my fingers hurt the whole
Yes.
time.
Yes.
And the worst part is she went to her friend, her cousin when we were in DC. And that's when she had gotten done, and she hated them. I was like, well, I'm sure you fixed it. She snaps one off, like, in Africa, and it's like her nails, like, hanging off. And I'm like, why did you do that?
Yeah. Acrylics are very much a,
She usually does the dips.
yeah, you have to very much get accustomed and acquire a taste for the acrylics because they do, like, part of the hardening of the acrylic is it shrinks, which does make it hurt.
Yeah, well, she usually does the dip. And I think she's going to go back to that. She goes back to doing it.
I just quit using anything on my nails and They're actually doing better overall.
Why can't they?
And my daughter does acrylics. So I don't know.
I did acrylics from the age of 13
She
to
also-
21.
Also, she was doing acrylics because it was like her graduation. She was about to for her, and so I mean, there was
Nice.
that.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I did acrylics for so long. My nails were like paper, so I have tried to not do them.
Look at that homebrew content. That's why.
Ooh.
I click that little box, say, okay, let me use that.
Matt never changed.
Look, I'm just talking about the hobby stuff, y'all. It's
Is there a, let's see. Sure.
you know, there's a really cool looking robe on Flusher Gods this week. I might have to download them.
Ooh, flush from God.
Not fun.
Flusher Gods, if you
Tell
want to
me
sponsor
more.
me, please reach out. Like, I don't know. I can't tell if this is like a girl robe though. It kind of looks like a girl. I see a boob. Is that a boob? Does this look like a boob to you? Is this a boob?
No, it's not. It's part of her arm. Her
Her?
sleeve.
Her arm.
It's part of the sleeve.
Okay, it's a
You're
girl.
a lady.
We determined it's a girl. We gotta
It's fine.
check
It's
her out.
like
It's
you can just be like the
androgynous.
small dude. Like you can be like the
It's
small.
androgynous.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll figure
You
it
grew
out.
your hair out for better.
I mean, Quinn is like a.
It's unisex.
Yeah, you
It is.
You grew your hair out for better ability to
Hide your.
Hide your face.
Yeah.
There you
change your appearance.
Don't be more stealthy.
Okay, so the last language I'm choosing is the Imperial Norn. For sure.
I'll find
Because I would have occasionally gotten down there.
go. How many languages do you get?
4. I get 2 as Laneshi and then 2 as the other 2 that I picked.
I'm not sure what your third one is supposed to be, honestly. You just call that for now. That's basically the rock.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, no, I want the,
Chanel.
yeah.
Do you have your rock?
Yeah.
You do? Yeah, so languages.
So I put, these are the 2 that I come with. And the Stoyan. And then so for the bonuses, I was going to choose
Oh, okay.
rock, and then whatever the main was is down
It
here.
doesn't have it, just a Chanel. We can decide. It doesn't really have a race. I need to read up on it again. I don't know if they're supposed to have a race or they're supposed to use like a French version of the rock race. The rock language, not race.
Okay, so I've got 2 given and 2 chosen.
Species, ancestry.
Alright. I'm not choosing languages for that right now.
Okay, now decide the equivalent.
Am I doing the basic type of stuff that you get from D&D Beyond equipment?
You tell me if you want to go the gold route. You want to buy your equipment. You tell me.
I think most of what I would want is fairly basic. Like I could even make it myself, like a staff.
I mean, if you do like the basic like D&D like starter equipment, you can get a staff.
Would that be in the Gears input? I think so.
I'm just gonna do
Could be there.
basic starting equipment, please.
Cool.
Yeah, those are starting equipment.
Oh, I
Or
get.
just,
Apparently, I get more languages. Yeah,
How many do you have?
apparently 4.
Yeah, you can pull out.
well, if you're a spy, then you can just go with the main whatever.
Yeah, well, I have the 2 main common languages.
Well, there's still the 2 down on the bottom and the 1 at the top.
So you'd be doing less in the Balkans, right?
We'll get there a little bit.
Mostly, yeah. What are the 2 languages in the Chernobyl region?
Here.
Oh, you already have them.
I wrote that one down as the main, the other one says all Elven dialects. So
Chernobyl chosen?
chosen is, so ignore those 2 words.
Oh, okay.
Because these are the ones I have just because I'm Laneshi.
Oh,
These are
okay.
the 2 that I chose.
But if you already did Charnel, then you may want to look at something else like Dwarvish or something.
Depending on what kind of spark he wants to be.
Yeah, exactly. Because we probably won't be too much Metallica unless Josh is like, yeah, well, I'm gonna make Metallica. So guys say, unless there's a plot that we come up with, like,
Probably whatever.
but I think the Buroc language is pretty much spoken in most places because at one point they ruled the continent.
And it did say Imperial Norm.
Yeah.
So that was the Bureau.
Yeah, I think so. We can read it again. We can go back.
It might be the Bureau, but with a flair.
Yeah.
They have a different way of pronouncing certain words.
So I know in the Buroc they have like the nobility speaks like a higher Buroc, and the lower class speaks like the lower Buroc.
Hello, Governor!
Exactly.
Okay, so I have a question. My physician stuff comes with a bag of medicinal herbs. My wizard comes with a component pouch or arcane focus. They're different?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to carry around a pouch anyways,
Yeah.
so I'm just going to choose the focus.
Actually, could I go the gold route?
Sure.
Okay. So it would start me with 4d4 times 10 GP.
Okay.
So I just choose between all these things. I'm going to choose crystal, but I want to get it put on top of my staff, so that the staff is also the focus. If I hit the other end of it.
I think you can't really hit the quarter staff is typically different than a staff.
Well, I'm still going to go with crystal because I can do my wrapping and turn it into a necklace.
Yeah.
Damn, I actually did really good there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times 10, so I'd have 110 gold pieces.
Plus the gold in the background.
Background.
Well, it is pauper, so I don't know how much you're going to get.
Probably not bad. Either way, 110 gold should buy me, a couple decent daggers, probably. I don't need those.
Yeah, don't forget to buy your burglars or
Thieves tools.
these tools
Are thieves tools going to be
or
or like? Are thieves tools going to be a consumable?
no,
Okay.
unless
They break.
exactly unless you roll 3 after 1.
Okay, no problem. So I'm gonna come up with my shopping list here.
I will add my personal possessions when I'm at a keyboard because I've been writing them down. Just keyboard stuff. I can type the stepping through words. So.
Okay. I think we should call it a
Yeah,
stream.
very, very close.
The last thing for the stream, could you give a brief overview of your characters?
Yeah, my character's name is Quinn. They're going to be a disembodied vagabond rogue. And they're going to be kind of an information dealer that goes between the Buroc Empire and the Astoria Empire. That's right, they're 2 empires.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to double check that. That's it, that's my synopsis.
My character is Vala, a wizard slave doctor from the Laneshi race, and her background is physician. So I'm going to be Pokemon, gotta catch them all in terms of components.
Awesome.
Are we going off of D&D's costs? D&D.
Thanks for joining us, guys. I will put all the links down below whenever I post it. So have a great night and join us next time.
Bye.
Matt's not gonna wait.
Bye.